Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, now live on YouTube. I just got back from the walk. I think it was like 27,000 steps or something like that. So it's just about 10 miles is usually, what we end up getting. I did a live show yesterday on Saturday, if you guys didn't see it. I did it during the day, I think like sometime in the afternoon. So I kind of am changing up the times, you know what I mean? Like kind of changing up all the time on, when I do them and all that kind of stuff. But I'm always, for the most part, doing them always though on Sundays. That's pretty much the main time for sure. I'm always doing them like late Sunday nights when I get back from the walk and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, so we'll go through here, answer the questions and all that kind of stuff. And, the super chat is on if you guys have any super chat questions. And some of you have asked me too if they're allowed to like promote their YouTube channels and that kind of stuff in the super chats. And yes, you can post, links to your YouTube channels or websites or any of that kind of stuff because people have asked me that like private messages because I know some people don't like you posting links and that kind of stuff. But yeah, no problem if you guys have any links or anything like that you want to post. So let's see on here. Someone says, I can use some movie recommendations for horror and comedy, looking for good newer ones to watch. The newest horror one that I watched was that movie Vivarium with Jesse Eisenberg. That was and Imogen Poots. That was actually a pretty interesting movie. I haven't watched too many other really new horror movies recently. There haven't been that many. Um, I can't think of any like horror ones recently that I've watched, like too many different ones. Let's see on here. Since when does Sean look like George Costanza? When you take the hat off, I started losing my hair when I was 16 years old, and in like 11th grade or 10th grade or whatever it was. So it was early on. I noticed it. Um, let's see here. Hey Sean, have you talked to David Sterling lately? Yeah, David Sterling just sent the Axe Grinder set. I'm gonna show that on Tuesday because I'm an Axe Grinder too. So I talked to him about that, but I haven't talked to him too much lately because I haven't. Usually I'd see David, at David Sterling at conventions and stuff like that. But since there's no conventions or anything now, and won't be for a while, but I'm sure I'll see him again on like a future film that he does or anything like that coming up. Hey Sean, you know Momo? No, I never met Momo. Hey Sean, you're the bomb. Hey Sean, are you strong enough to do pull-ups? How many can you do with full motion? No, I've never really done pull-ups. I don't even know if I'd be able to do them. I could try it, but I don't really have like amazing like arm strength. You know what I mean? So like I don't know if I would do that great at it. Um, Hey Sean, have you seen Strangers Pray at Night? Yeah, I actually really like that. It's a very different movie than the first Strangers film. The first Strangers movie was kind of like a real like home invasion kind of like tense thriller film, and then like the sequel was just they kind of went in a whole different direction. Just became like an old school like 80s style slasher film. So I actually liked Strangers Pray at Night. I also really liked the music in it, just the way it was shot and everything. Hey Sean, have you seen all the James Bond movies? Which are the best? No, I have not seen all of them, but the ones that I always liked um, were, the the Pierce Brosnan ones. Hey Sean, can you look up Alien something or other? Let's see, what did it say? Can you look up Alien? Ethelyn Lead? I don't know what that is. A bad movie with an awesome soundtrack. I don't know, like what, like a bad movie that has a good soundtrack. Maybe like a bad remake or something like that. Hey Sean, turning in from the Bay Area. In the next Out and About film, Gabe should lean into Brendan and say, "Give me a kiss." Well, I'm sure that happened. We had that. Gabe used to say that kind of stuff all the time early on and all that kind of stuff. Um, hey Sean, you know Persona 5? No, I don't know that. When you walk outside, do you go hatless? Yeah, I'm like hatless all the time. Like at the, if I'm doing the walk or if I'm going to the gym, all that kind of stuff. I just kind of have a look that I have in videos, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. But like for movies or any of that kind of stuff, if it's like a character that takes the hat off or whatever, I take the hat off. It doesn't really like matter to me. Who would you rather go against, Jason or Michael Myers? Probably Jason, probably, because I feel like Michael Myers he'd kind of lurk around a lot. You know what I mean? And kind of be peering around. Like Michael Myers, like if you're gonna get killed by one of them, I guess it'd be better to be Jason because it'd be like much quicker, I guess. Have you seen Harsh Times with Christian Bale? No, I've not seen that one. Hey Sean, is it difficult to get in touch with you through the hours. How is life on the independent movie actor? No, everything's been fine. It's just like now, like there's not a lot of, everything's delayed and everything because of everything in the world. So, I mean, like not able to do that much, but I've been shooting a lot of stuff from my house. Stuff because everybody during like the quarantine and stuff is like putting together projects. So I put together some projects like one called Amityville Hex and some of those kind of things that I'm doing like right now, and getting people to, actors, independent actors, indie actors and stuff to send me scenes and stuff like that, and it's all going to be like put together and that kind of stuff. Um, let's see. I'm loving the baldness in the thumbnail. Yes. I got a question for you, man. How's it hanging? Does it jiggle? Can you look up Tuscano? I don't know what that is. See, I see a $5 super chat that came in here from As Told by Gonzo. Thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo, for your $5 super chat on here. Like I said, guys, really seriously appreciate the super chats. Are a huge help to the channel and the videos, so really appreciate them too. And if you guys have super chats, because people have asked me too, if they're allowed to like promote their YouTube channels or anything like that. So yes, if there's anything in the super chats you want to promote, like if you want to link to one of your videos or link to your channel or link to your Instagram, because I got a lot of private messages about that because I know some people don't like if you do that. So yeah, if any of you guys have anything you want to promote or anything in the super chats, totally by all means, you can link to them or any of that kind of stuff. But when it comes to the question though for As Told by Gonzo, his question was, "Hey Sean, would you ever do a subscriber recommended movie reviews?" I'm like I guess if people like maybe for like if I did something like if there was a specific thing or I did like a specific super chat kind of thing for like a movie to watch or like a movie idea or something like that maybe. But I do if people like message me stuff like in the comments. There's a lot of stuff though that people recommend that I check out though. I don't always review them, but a lot of stuff though in the Tuesday videos, people tell me about stuff. So I find out about a lot of stuff, to check out, or a lot of times I find out about too about when the Dollar Tree has the movies out again and that kind of stuff. So a lot of stuff I find out through the comments. But yeah, that might be an idea to do some kind of a subscriber recommended thing or like a movie night or something like that. But thanks so much, As Told by Gonzo, for your $5 super chat. And I see a $5 super chat here from Silhouetted Animator. And he says, do you have any 2000 Nicktoons in your collection like Chalk Zone, My Life as a Teenage Robot, or the 90s ones? I don't know if those ones ever came out on DVD or anything like that, like Chalk Zone. Like I remember that one. I don't know if I ever remember Life as a Teenage Robot. But when it comes to like 2000 Nicktoons, I don't know if I have anything like I have like SpongeBob because SpongeBob, started in '99 and still going. So I had like SpongeBob SquarePants and I have some of that kind of stuff. But I don't think I have too many 2000s. I don't know if like Cat Dog. I think Cat Dog was in the like mid to late 90s, I think. So yeah, I don't think I have too many. Maybe Wild Thornberries. Maybe that one came into the 2000s maybe, but I not a ton though. But like I said, thanks so much for your super chat. And then the question one here was, "Hello from Italy. It's difficult to get in touch with you through the." So I talked about that one. Got one question, man. I talked about that. Will you take us to Burger King or White Castle this Tuesday after the DVD shopping video? I would go to. I would love to go to White Castle, but there's no White Castles out here at all. The only White Castles that are close are in Vegas. So yeah, I would definitely would go there, but I'll probably go to Burger King or one of the places that I normally go to in there. And I do see some super chats here that came in from Sab Vasquez here. Thanks so much, Sab Vasquez, for your $2 super chat. But Sab said started weight loss doing 5 mile walks. Is that good? Yeah, for starting out, doing 5 miles is not bad at all. Like when I first started doing like any type of like to lose the first set of weight that I did, I went to, I was swimming in the pool. So I was just basically in my pool, you know, doing laps back and forth, and I would do that for like I think it was like an hour, hour and a half, something like that. And that was kind of how I lost the initial amount of weight, like the first set of exercise that I did before I started going to the gym. So now, starting out, you kind of start up smaller and then build up, you know what I mean? And then by like maybe next time you move to 6 miles and you move to, you know what I mean? Like little by little, but don't start like too fast at it, you know what I mean? Kind of go slow with everything. But like I said, thanks so much, Sab, for your super chat. And there's another super chat here from Silhouetted Animator, and it's a $2 super chat, and it says the DVDs for those two on Amazon are MOD. Oh, so I guess they're those ones that he mentioned, the person mentioned that were like Chalk Zone and stuff, or a Burn on Demand one. So yeah, I didn't know that those ones had come out. I haven't seen any Burn on Demand. Um, you know, like Disney, I mean, Nickelodeon releases in a long time. Let's see here. But thanks so much, like I said, for your super chat. Let's see here. Will you take us? Hey, Sean, if Fluff, hey, Sean, I'm like you. I like funny stuff. Let's see. I like funny stuff. Where's that question? I keep on missing where I was. Um, where does that one go? Where'd that question go? I totally lost where that one was. I talked about that. Oh no, hey Sean, I'm like you. I like funny stuff like Don and Murph. Check out me and my friend's YouTube channel. His name is David Cole. Hey Sean, seen 1989 Phantom of the Opera with Robert Englund. Yeah, that actually is a really good one. I really like that one. Right, I pretty much like everything that Robert Englund is in. And I see a $5 super chat here from Disturbed 702. Thanks so much, Disturbed 702, for your super chat. And he says, "Hey Sean, what's your favorite Troma film?" I think my favorite Troma film is Terra Firma, which recently came out to Blu-ray. I think that was one of the first ones I had ever seen. That one movie's about making films and about like a killer on the set, and everyone's killing them off. And I don't know, I like the fact that Troma was a filmmaking company, and then they're making a movie about making a movie, and that one I really liked. And then probably, of course, the original Toxic Avenger, and then the original Class of Nukem High. Those are like my favorite ones. And then favorite one that they released that they didn't, they just distributed was probably the Giuseppe Andrews movies, and then a really weird one called Butt Crack, which was a great, ridiculous movie. So that's that they distributed. That's a really fun, crazy movie. And I see a $2 super chat here from Eduardo Garcia. Have you heard 13 Ghosts Blu-ray coming out in July? Yeah, Scream Factory is putting that one out in July. I think it came out before in like a double feature one, I believe, that had like um, was it House of Wax or one of the other ones? I know there was like a double feature, I believe, of that one. Let's see here. Someone said, "What's Up, Wet" movie. Um, let's see here. Where were we now? Um, I talked about that one. Did you see? Can you look up Tuscanato? Vivarium was pretty cool. Yeah, I really like Vivarium. That was actually a pretty good one. I'll be talking about that when that one releases. What got you into buying and collecting? I don't know if there's any what really got me into it. It's kind of like always something that I did. Even as a little kid, I collected VHS tapes, so I've always been like collecting. So I don't know really what it was that kind of got me into it because I always remember too, like when DVDs first came out. I got them maybe a year into when they were new, and like every Tuesday I was going to Best Buy after school and looking at the new releases or going to Suncoast. So it's like always something I did like on Fridays as a kid. I always would go to Blockbuster Video, and then I would go and buy new stuff at Blockbuster Video. Like I used to like buying used stuff in there because you could get like a lot of stuff for cheap. So that was kind of like kind of how I started, I guess, is Blockbuster Video. And I see a $2 super chat on here from Murder Motel. What have you been watching during quarantine? Just been pretty much watching a lot of TV kind of stuff, like a lot of different TV shows. I watch like a lot of like weird reality stuff. I got back into watching again, which I haven't watched in years. Naked and Afraid. I've been watching that again, so I haven't watched that in forever. Um, but I've talked about in the past live shows of how I've been going back and rewatching all of Curb Your Enthusiasm. So I'm on to just about to finish season 5 now. So I've been going back and watching them, and then like watching movies here and there as well, like some older stuff that I haven't watched and stuff to kind of catch back up on and that kind of stuff. And I see a $5 super chat on here from Limbo. Thanks so much. No, sorry, not Limbo, from Jimbo. Thanks so much, Jimbo, for your $5 super chat on here. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Are a huge help to the channel and the video. So definitely, seriously appreciate them very much, guys. But he said Wetway accidentally banned me from his chat trying to ban trolls and can't figure out how to fix it. So I can't super chat. Sorry, here, take his money. Oh, thanks so much, Jimbo, for the super chat. I don't know how, if somebody's blocked on here, how you unblock somebody. I don't even know. Because like I've had to block one or two people on here that were saying weird stuff, but like I don't know how you would go and unblock. Because like if you block somebody from your channel, they go into one area. Maybe they go into a specific spot, but I don't see anything on here where somebody would go and remove them. But like I said, thanks so much, Jimbo, for the super chat. Um, Someone said, "Have you seen Problem Child 3? Is it any good?" No, Problem Child 3 wasn't good, very good at all. Like, I mean, I think I taped it off a TV as a little kid or watched it once on TV, and I don't remember liking it. I mean, some of the people came back for it, like the one who played Murph and stuff, and but I don't know. I just didn't really like it as far as I remember. I loved the original two movies. And it was funny, I think they actually made a remake of Problem Child, which they never even released it, I think. Like a Problem Child like TV pilot or something like that. Someone says, why don't you just shave your head? I can't, first of all, I can't do anything drastic now because for that movie Butcher's Bluff, they made a head cast and there's hair on the sides and all that kind of stuff, so I can't do anything drastic or anything like that. And I also, like I've talked about in the past, like I like being like a Clint Howard guy. You know what I mean? Like it works for acting and kind of playing crazy people and different kinds of parts. So I kind of am in the more of the mindset of embracing that kind of thing. Someone says, "Have you seen Basket Case?" Yes, I've seen Basket Case. I remember my dad used to be friends with when we were in Maryland, the guy who did the music in Basket Case, who did the score of it. Someone said, "What's your favorite New Zealand film?" Wasn't New Zealand, Peter Jackson, I believe. So like, I believe that was, New Zealand. So probably I would say like Dead Alive is for New Zealand. Sean, heard of American Dad, Good Morning USA? Um, I've seen some episodes of American Dad. I've never heard of Good Morning USA. Let's see here. How have you been? How's your family? No, we've been good. I just, like I said, just finished coming back from the walk around the neighborhood. Who would you rather go up against? I talked about that. Hey Sean, I've been looking for a 13 Ghost Blu-ray. Have you seen it? The new one doesn't come out, but the original one, like I said, was I believe is a part of like a double pack. Do you read comic books? No, I don't really read too many comic books. Like I did back in the day, but not in a long time. Hey Sean, saw 1968 Frosty the Snowman and the Reindeer. Yeah, those are ones I watched as a kid a lot. What do you think got you into buying and collecting? Like I said, I don't know for sure, really. It was just kind of like always as a kid, I always liked to collect movies and going to Blockbuster and all that kind of stuff. It was always like my favorite thing. I don't know why, as a little kid, I didn't get into acting, like a child actor. I should have done something like that. I had a really weird speech kind of problem too, which would have worked well in like weird little like kind of Little Rascals kind of movies. That is like a kind of a regret that I didn't try and do some of that kind of stuff earlier. There wasn't a lot of that going on though in Maryland. You know what I mean? There wasn't too much film stuff there, so I don't know if I would have been able to do too much there. Have you seen It Origin Planning? I don't know what that is. It Origin? Sean, what's your opinion on There's Something About Mary? Yeah, I've watched Something About Mary so many times. That was actually one of the, I remember when I was in like middle school when that came out. I think it came out when I was in the sixth grade, and I remember like thinking, "Oh yeah, I'm in middle school now. I'm really cool. I can go to R-rated movies." I don't know what I was thinking, and I remember like going to driving. I mean, riding my bike to the movie theaters, and then trying to buy tickets to There's Something About Mary, and thinking I was going to get in because I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm in middle school. I'm really cool." So yes, I always remember that when I think of Something About Mary. And I see a $10 super chat on here from Sober Sunsets. Thanks so much, Sober Sunsets, for your $10 super chat. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats and really a huge help to the channel. And if you guys have any want to in the super chats, totally feel free to promote your YouTube channel or your website or any of that kind of stuff. So totally feel free to post those in the super chat. Let's see here. I talked about that. Somebody super chat Sean $25 for taking off his hat for 20 minutes. Let's see if he would do it. Maybe. Hey, Sean, what's your favorite and we have to time it. Sean, what's your favorite Martin Short movie? Definitely 100% Clifford. I know he's been in better movies, but Clifford to me is my favorite one to watch. Like I absolutely love the film. Sean, what's your favorite John Candy movies? Definitely Uncle Buck and Planes, Trains, and Automobiles are like my favorite ones. But then I also love, Summer Rental. And Summer Rental is kind of tied with Get Great Outdoors. I always think of them as kind of similar movies. Have you seen The Three Musketeers with Oliver Reed? I don't know if I've ever seen that particular one. Hey Sean, have you ever seen a movie called Angel Heart with Mickey Rourke? Awesome movie with voodoo in it. Yeah, no, I have seen that one a lot. Uh, I talked to him on the phone to see if he would help produce or direct me and my friend's movie. We were doing a werewolf type film. I'm planning uh, playing the werewolf. My quarantine beard is coming in. I don't know, David, did we talk about that? I don't know. I can't keep it straight sometimes. I know someone messaged me today about a film. Hey, Sean, Sean, what are some good found footage films I should check out? I'm trying to think of really good found footage movies recently. Like the houses that October built were both pretty good. I'm trying to think of what are some new ones. There was one called like Welcome to the Jungle, which was like a cannibal movie, which was an interesting one. It was kind of like a cannibal Holocaust kind of movie. Um, hey Sean, have you seen The Invisible Man? It was shot in my city, Sydney, Australia. No, I did see that one in theaters. I actually really like that one. Hey Sean, have you heard of Jimmy Durant? He voiced the narrator from Frosty. No, I have heard of him. Who's your favorite stand-up comedian? Probably um, that I really like. That's like recent. Michael Blackson is really funny. Classics like Rodney Dangerfield. Um, you know, um, is probably Dangerfield is probably like my favorite. Sam Kinison. Some of like the top classic ones. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, bad but badass soundtrack. But I actually like Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think it's a really fun, goofy movie. Hey Sean, why don't you expose your hairline? Why did you? Well, I was outside taking the picture on the walk. Hey Sean, how's your buddy MJ doing? He reminds me of buddy Basil Sanchez. I haven't heard from MJ in a long time, like 2 years. What's your favorite John Hughes film? Probably Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and then probably Breakfast Club. Hey, Sean, have you ever met a rude YouTuber? I don't know if I've ever met any rude YouTubers. I haven't met. I mean, I know like the people that I know. Do you know what I mean? Like I know like Adam the Woo and Brendan, Wet Movie, and Danny. You know what I mean? Like I have like the people that I know, but I haven't met like any like huge like millions of plus YouTubers or anything like that. So I really don't know. At least I don't think I have. I don't, as far as I can think of. Hey, Sean, are you ever gonna go back to Maryland to do a movie hunt? Yeah, like I definitely want to do a video going back to Maryland, like when things clear up again. Maybe I'll do like a super chat thing or something to raise money for the flight, or maybe a Patreon or something like that. Just to kind of help with the expense of getting there again and a hotel. And, that's the only way I would kind of do that kind of stuff. I believe I see a $2 super chat that came in. Let me make sure I don't miss any from Matthew Roxas. Thanks so much, Matthew Roxas, for your $2 super chat. Favorite Ernest movie? Mine is Ernest Goes to Jail. Yeah, Ernest Goes to Jail is probably the one that I've watched the most. But I think my favorite one, I don't know, I think it's Jail tied with Ernest Goes to Camp. Both of those ones are such great movies and ones that I've watched so many times. But in Jail, Ernest Goes to Jail, I love that line though. I came, I saw, I got blowed up. I don't know. I love that movie. Like all those Ernest movies, except for the Ernest Goes to the in the Army, I've watched many, many times. But for some reason, the Army one, I never liked that one for some reason. I don't know why. Like, I don't even know if I fully sat through that one. I don't know why. I think it just seemed kind of strange, Ernest in the Army. It just didn't fit as much with some of the other things. Let's see here. Um, where were we now here? Favorite. I talked about stand-up comedians. What's your opinions on the movie called Hannah, starring Saoirse Ronan, Eric Bana, and Kate Blanchett? I always say her name wrong too. It's like Saoirse Ronan. But I actually liked Hannah. I thought that was really good. I know they made a TV series of it as well. Uh, uh, let's see here. Are you ever talked about going back to Maryland? Have you ever watched The Devil Rides Out? I don't think so. You and Clint Howard in a film laughing hysterically at something and a scene would be really funny. Well, me and Clint Howard are going to be in a movie called Hell of the Screaming Undead. I believe that's what it's called, which is, I always mix up the title, but it's directed by Dustin Ferguson. And in the movie, though, we will have one quick scene together. So I can't wait for that. Let's see here. Horror actor, actress you would refuse to work with? I don't think there's anyone horror related that I wouldn't want to work with, at least that I can think of. You know what I mean? Like there's some people that I've worked with in the past that I don't care for too much. That you know what I mean? Like, but no one that I could be like, oh yeah, I wouldn't work with them or anything like that. Because I'm pretty easy to get along with on films or any of that kind of stuff. Hey Sean, are you a fan of The Devil's Rejects, Captain Spaulding, and Otis Driftwood? No, I love those movies. Let's see here. Hey Sean, do you always recognize people's avatar pictures? Sometimes with people, because like there's a lot of people who comment on my videos, like every video and stuff like that. So I always kind of remember certain people, and I really appreciate that. Like in the Tuesday shopping videos when you guys leave comments about things that you picked up or movies that you watched, and I really like that kind of stuff. I like to have like people talking back to each other and all that kind of stuff. Can I come to your Animal Crossing island? Yeah, sometime when I'm live on there or something like that. You can always message me on like Instagram or something like that. Dude, it's an insane how different you look compared to 2010. No, I know it's really strange when you look, look back on all that kind of stuff. Hey Sean, you know Charlie Brown? No, I've watched many Charlie Brown things. Like I think Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown and Bon Voyage Charlie Brown were like my favorite ones, especially Bon Voyage. I've watched that one so many times. I refuse to go into any store that requires me to wear a face mask. If you don't have to do it in videos, would you go into stores wearing a face mask? Oh, I don't not have to. I mean, like we're required to. Like now in California, you can't go in anywhere without a mask. You like literally are not allowed in the store. So I would be. I mean, like when I'm not, if I'm going in a store, I'm because I'm going places without filming. You know what I mean? Throughout the week, picking up food, things and stuff like that. I have the mask the whole time. If I have to go inside, and even some drive-throughs, they require you to wear them. Like I know Dunkin' Donuts, they have like signs and stuff that say, "Don't even bother coming to this drive-through if you don't have a mask on," things like that. Did you see the 2006 Alien film Altered? I don't know if I saw that one. I've heard of it though, but I don't know for sure if I've seen it. Do you have trouble, bro? Your streams are so chill and such a breath of fresh air, man. Really enjoy them. Thanks so much, Zab. Do you have trouble breathing in the face masks? It's a little weird in the face masks. You do kind of like, you get kind of like nervous and stuff like that on them a little bit. So yeah, it is a little weird wearing them. But I know you have to though. Hey Sean, last night I saw a Saw parody called Slaw on YouTube. You should check it out. Yeah, I think when I was going through the Tubi thing, I saw that on there. But that spoof, I definitely have to watch that one. Do you ever get hot wearing face mask, like going to pass out? You do feel a little like stuffed up and stuff like that with it on. And then some places too, if you go by like places where it's the food, the food smell kind of gets into the face mask weird, and then you're kind of smelling it like in the food in a weird way. Let's see here. How is Herb doing during the quarantine? Oh, he's been doing fine. Is your refrigerator still packed full? Yeah, but the refrigerator's acting up. We may have to deal with getting a new one. It's like doing some weird, like sort of dripping around the back, and the ice machine is acting up, and yeah, so it's not doing too good. So hopefully everything's all right with it. Have you seen the Australian Heath Ledger film Two Hands? I don't believe so. Do you remember? Did you remember to take the headphones out of the stream? Yeah, the last time in the stream I had the headphones plugged in, and I realized that in here it has the speaker in this. So like I had the headphones sitting over here, and then it was having really bad sound quality. But I think if I wore the headphones and then like had them on like this, it might be even better sound quality because it'd be coming through here. Maybe I don't know for sure. I'm gonna have to like try it out and see whichever try it maybe next time that way. Have you ever seen The Storm of the Century? With Stephen King. Yeah, that's a great movie. Let's see here. I believe I see some super chats that came in. I see John C. sent a 99-cent super chat. Thanks so much, John C., for your super chat. And David Crosswhite gave a $2 super chat and said, what started you collecting movies? And thanks so much, David, for your super chat. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats this evening. Like I said, are a huge help to the channel and the videos. And but when I was talking a little earlier about how I started collecting, but it was pretty much just like something I kind of came up with on my own, like because there was no YouTube or anything like that. So I always just really loved having like a movie collection. And I think it's probably just started with me going to like Blockbuster, and then like kind of liking certain movies, and then I would be buying them, and then like going to the mall all the time, going to Suncoast, and I would always just buy stuff because I would kind of would be allowed to on Fridays like buy like one movie, or I was allowed to like spend like $15, $20, something like that. So I'd kind of like to buy a lot of those like budget tapes so I could kind of get a bunch of stuff, and that's kind of like what sort of started all of it. Um, let's see here. Dude, it's insane how different you look. I talked about that. Let's see. I think it was about here. Who is to your left? I don't know who is to my left. I guess something on the wall, maybe a poster on the wall. Thoughts on Big Fat Liar? Yeah, thought Big Fat Liar is one of those movies that I watched so many different times. Always a fan too of Frankie Muniz and Amanda Bynes. I remember seeing that movie in theaters. How much I love that film. So that's and even that the sequel, as stupid as it was kind of funny. Hey Sean, do you remember a '90s show called Doghouse? It was about a Saint Bernard dog named Digby, and he could talk. I don't know if I ever saw that one. Let's see here. Hey Sean, I would love to do a movie with you and MJ and Brendan Mitchell meeting my buddies. And Matt, I think it would help your channel. I think it'd help your channel a lot. Yeah, maybe sometime if you're ever in this area. I hope Shot Factory announces their August releases for Scream Factory Blu-ray sometime this week. Yeah, I feel like there should be some new ones soon. Oh yeah, finally caught you live. Yeah, thanks Murder Motel for coming on here. I'm watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood right now. Yeah, that's a great movie. Have you ever met trolls in person? Was it scary? Yes, me and Brendan both had this one guy who was a troll, who was a hater, who used to send like threats to me and him, like weird threats, like violent things and stuff like that. And we ended up meeting him up at one of the horror conventions. I think the time, maybe 2013 or something like that, and it was really freaky and weird. But like I've luckily enough, but sometimes too, you can meet somebody that's a hater and not know it, and they kind of act like they like you, and then they go and say something about you later. So I've had that happen once or twice. You need more hats. These hats I have to order them on Amazon and stuff like that, and there's like they're hard to get. I have a couple new ones though. I just don't want to mess them up, and things like that. Have you seen the trailer for Happy Happy Joy Joy? I don't think I've seen that. Any chance you will do family reviews again? Also want to thank you a lot. I've lost 80 pounds. You inspire me. I've got about 20 pounds to go. Yeah, congratulations on your weight loss, Dylan. Um, maybe some point, if there's something that we all see together, you know what I mean? Kind of the only way we can do that is if it's something we've all seen. What is your most expensive out of print movie? Most expensive out of print, maybe like Camp Cucamonga, Prince of Pennsylvania. Those are some of the more expensive ones. Can you describe your worst movie theater experience? I guess like some of the worst ones, because I did work in a movie theater, and some of the worst ones were like when it would be these crazy, weird groups of people that would come in. Like I remember for like Sex and the City 2, there was like a lot of like women would come in, but then they would have like complaints about stuff. I remember like in these groups, so there was a lot of complaints that happened about like certain things. Because the theater was kind of a dump that I worked at. It was kind of falling apart and needed to be remodeled. So there'd be like groups of people coming at me with complaints, and you don't know what to do. So like that kind of stuff. But when it comes to worst stuff when I was there, the stuff I hate is if somebody sits directly behind you. You know what I mean? Like in an empty theater, especially one where it's not a selected seat where you can kind of sit where you want. The whole theater's open. Some of those big ones that would have like 300 seats, and then somebody comes and sits directly 100% behind you. So that kind of stuff I hate. You know what I mean? Like that, it always creeps me out. Like somebody's gonna Sweeney Todd me. You know what I mean? Like I don't think anybody really likes that kind of stuff. If you're on here, guys, definitely give this video a thumbs up. I never talk about that, but definitely give this video a thumbs up. And if you guys have any super chat questions, the super chat's on, and you guys can, promote your YouTube channel or websites or any of that kind of stuff in there as well. Still talk to Luna. Yeah, I talked to Luna. Like I texted her like yesterday or 2 days ago about shooting something for the Amityville movie that I'm putting together. Everyone's shooting in their house. Hey, Sean, my friend Jordan the Lion on YouTube. I've heard of Jordan the Lion. I think I've seen some of his videos because I know he's done some videos with Anne the Woo. Did you know Gabe got coronavirus? No, I heard about that. Brendan said he wasn't sure if it was like sometimes Gabe says stuff for attention. I certainly hope that's not what's going on. You know what I mean? He's not saying something for attention, but I really don't know. I really hope that if he did get coronavirus, I hope he's going to be all right and everything. I'm sure he will, but I just hope he's careful and staying home and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever seen a movie you disliked so much you were actually angry? Um, I think like I didn't like Atomic, not Atomic Blonde. What was the one? Was that no? The one with Jennifer Lawrence, I didn't like. The one that was kind of like Atomic Blonde, Red Sparrow. That one I really remember just not disliking. Uh, when do you think theaters will reopen in California? From what I heard, most theaters won't open to those new movies, so it won't be till sometime probably July. I mean, and there might be in some states theaters will open earlier, but they're just going to have old stuff to play. Um, what, Sean? Did you hear about new Hellraiser series coming to HBO that David Gordon Green is attached to? I heard something about that. I hope it's going to be on regular HBO and not that HBO Max thing because it's like, oh my god, another thing to have to pay for. Like another. There's like I don't know about you guys, but I feel like now there's too many damn streaming services. There's way too many of them, and a lot of them are gonna bomb because like there's like this QB one, which like I feel like it's like everything on there is like less than 10 minutes long, and I feel like the only reason anyone would want that is for Reno 911. You know what I mean? But I feel like there's just so many streaming services right now. But someone even said, "What's your favorite streaming service?" Netflix, Prime, Hulu. Out of those ones, I like the main ones, but I feel like there's just too many other ones, like that I said, QB and all these other ones. But favorite ones of all of those, um, I don't know what's like favorite. Probably Netflix has the most stuff that I've watched. Um, let's see here. How's your relationship with Wet Way One? We talk sometimes on like Instagram posts and stuff like that. Uh, um, let's see here. Hey Sean, are you planning on getting more special editions of the new Sonic movie? I don't know if I believe I'm going to get a copy of that to review. I'm not sure if it's the 4K or the Blu-ray or which one. Sometimes I get like to show the other editions. I don't think so. Thoughts about getting hair transplants? I don't have any interest in that, honestly. Um, Sean, I noticed you don't use uh, conscript protectors. You should use them for your electronics. You mean like surge protectors? I have that kind of stuff. Um, you and your family should do a movie themed dinner night and dress up. That'd be really weird. Hey, Sean from Middlesbrough, England. Have you seen The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix? Yeah, I thought that was very creepy. Hey, Sean, do you like Anthropologists? That horror movie, I remember like that was one of those movies I liked a lot, and then I watched it again and I didn't like it as much later. So some movies like don't hold up as much. Um, have you thought about a hair? We talked about that. Do you think Gremlins 2 would be any good? I mean, Gremlins 3 would be any good? I don't know. I hope so. I hope they get like Phoebe Cates to come back and at least do a cameo. Would you ever move back to Maryland? No, I'm not interested in going back to Maryland. Like if I moved anywhere, probably Vegas would be somewhere I could see myself living. Have you seen The Devils from 1971? I've heard people tell me about that so many times. I've never seen that one. Have you seen the show Patriot on Amazon? No, I've not seen The Patriot. Hey Sean, can you play the character in Body Bags that gets the long hair and goes terribly wrong? Yeah, no, I could play that kind of part. Hey Sean, I've been watching you for like 8 years. Love your videos. Thanks so much for watching so long. Have you seen Dragged Across Concrete with Mel Gibson? That was a great movie. That was like a really, really intense movie. And I don't care for everything about Mel Gibson personally, but as an actor, he's always really good though. Hey Sean, would you do more acting in the future? Yeah, no, I have a lot of acting projects coming up when everything opens up and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, definitely will be a lot of new stuff to be on the lookout for and all that kind of stuff. Do you like any Australian movies like the Wolf Creek films, um, Dark Age, a bunch of different ones that I really like that are Australian? What was the last movie you watched? I don't know what I watched recently. I'm trying to think what was a new one that I watched. I think I watched one called You Die, like an Italian horror movie. We talked about that on Tuesday, but it was called You Die and about like a cell phone app that was like people had to get rid of it and they were gonna die and all that kind of stuff. There's been a lot of movies like that, but it was actually a pretty good one though. Have you seen Year of the Dragon? No, I've not seen that one. Hey buddy, hope you're good to see you. Hope you're hanging in there. Crazy times. No, it really is for sure. Is a new Creep Show out on DVD yet? That comes out on DVD in like 2 or 3 weeks. Um, or maybe 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. Why are the comments not synced? Well, the comments aren't synced because because basically what I do is, if super chat comes in, I jump to those first, but then I like kind of go through all the comments to make sure I don't miss any, or at least I try not to. Have you seen the Green Inferno? Yeah, the Green Inferno is great. I love like cannibal films and all that kind of stuff. What's your favorite film with Jonathan Brandis and why? Probably Little Giants is always my favorite Jonathan Brandis movie. with Rodney Dangerfield, and he ends up dressing his stepson or soon-to-be stepson up like a girl on his team that he has to coach to try and help them win. It's a great, and help train them and everything. Of course, they don't know that he's a boy dressed as a girl. It's one of those movies that would never be made now. Like would never happen. But a really fun movie. Also, other Jonathan Brandis movie was Sidekicks is one I always really liked as a kid. Friday the 13th horror movie. Have you seen Peter Jackson's Brain Dead at all? No, I have seen that one. That great film. What's your favorite Anton Yelchin film? Probably The Green Room is one I really liked. Do you like VHS movies? If so, what is your all-time favorite? If you mean like the VHS, like anthology films, probably the first one of those ones. You Should Let Gabe Move In Rent Free. No, there's no place for that. Do you remember Joe Mama back in the day at school? Oh yeah, no, Joe Mama was in my There was a guy named Joe. I used to call his name was Joe, but I always called him Joe Mama, and he was in the when I went to like this film school program at Sheffield Institute for the Recording Arts, where I made this Waltz Megan thing. He was in there. Uh, let's see here. Watching you for 8 years, your weight loss journey is amazing. Keep up the good work. Thanks so much, Eddie. Have you seen Gravity Falls? I don't think so. I know I saw the DVD back in the day. Hey Sean, can you shout out Alex Leba? No, I watch Alex Leba's videos here and there. Why do you think no one ever talks about the Jim Carrey movie The Majestic? Yeah, that one is so underrated, like The Majestic. There's never been a DVD, or any. I mean, never been a Blu-ray or anything like that, which is kind of crazy. I feel like it's a movie that the Warner Archive I could see releasing, or like maybe Shout Factory could give it a special edition. Have you seen Jackson is Back Part 25? I've never seen that one. Hey Sean, have you heard about the news about AMC theaters not showing Universal movies anymore? If so, what are your thoughts? No, I know I've heard about that. They're really mad about Trolls World Tour like going direct to streaming and all that kind of stuff, which I understand what their concern is, but I feel like people still will go, especially for things like Halloween Kills when that comes out and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff people want to see with a group. You know what I mean? So I could see, you know what I mean? So to me, that's kind of what I could see happening. I believe did I see a super chat come in here? I thought I saw one because it looked like it went up. Is this one here? No, maybe I didn't see it because I look like one went up unless I'm missing it. Trying not to make sure I don't miss any super chats, but it looked like it went up one. Let's see here. Talk about Ernest. News about Universal. Have you seen My Friend Dahmer? Do you? No, I have seen My Friend Dahmer with the. That was actually a pretty good one. Do you collect 3D Blu-rays anymore? Blu-ray movies? I used to collect 3D Blu-rays. I used to have a TV that was 3D, but now 3D TVs don't seem to be very popular anymore. They don't seem like people using them much, or they're not like putting 3D TVs out like they used to. So I don't really have any 3D anymore. Like I haven't. And even in the theaters, I don't really go to them that much. I'm not the biggest fan of 3D. Like I used to, but I haven't in a long time. People are mentioning you when the Peanut Butter Solution comes out. People are mentioning you. Yeah, when the Peanut Butter Solution Blu-ray came out, a lot of people were talking about me because like I was always one of the early like people championing, like giving like a lot of promotion to that movie. There were certain movies like that I'm kind of like known for bringing a lot more attention to. Before there was a lot for it, like Peanut Butter Solution, Bad Ronald was one of them that I brought a lot of attention to, and then I was glad that it finally came out to Blu-ray. After talking about it so much. I was doing that kind of on purpose to kind of hope that it would come out. And I see a super chat that came in here from another Canadian girl. Thanks so much, another Canadian girl, for your $20 super chat. Like I said, I really appreciate the super chat, guys. A huge support, helps the videos and everything like that. So, like I said, thanks so much, guys, for your support and for the super chats and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, thanks so much, another Canadian girl, for the $20 super chat. Let's see here. Do you know what happened to Swap Meet Searcher? I don't know. I mean, I for a little while he like lived where Brennan used to live in Santa Clarita. He used to kind of be in his area before he moved. He was like 10 minutes away or something like that. But I don't know. I haven't heard from him in forever. He kind of made a little quick comeback and then kind of disappeared again. Hot Dog Man, can't wait to let the cringe begin. Why am I not seeing the messages? I think Sean's dad Herb is the coolest. No, yeah, like and I always loved when he would be in videos and stuff like that. What was the last movie you watched? Like I said, I think it was that movie called You Die, I believe. Let's see here. What's your thoughts on the brain dead minority of Americans protesting lockdown? Yeah, I don't know why people are out there doing that protesting. Because, I mean, I understand people don't like staying home and all that stuff. But the thing is, though, you're not allowed to go out. You can go out to Walmart, you can go to stores, you can get food. You know what I mean? Like, and also you got to be careful though, because even if things all open soon, they have to space things out. Because I saw someone posted a picture in like the Vegas casinos of how they ripped out a lot of the seats. So like if, like where they have the slot machines and stuff, it's like one seat, skip, 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 two skips, and then another seat. So they have to space everything apart 6 feet. And I'm sure like it's gonna be really different. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Ninja movie. Finally caught you live. Which version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers is your favorite? Loved your horror content. Probably favorite one. I like the one that Meg Tilly was in, like the '90s one. I think that was a '90s one. That one I always really liked. I can't imagine Sean mad in real life. I don't get mad too much. Like if sometimes certain things can really like irk me, like certain things. I have been mad and like play crazy mad in some movies though. Who is the proudest work? What is your proudest work as an actor? Um, I think like just trying, getting in things that to me, not like as one thing as a whole, but I would say getting into the movies for sci-fi because like those were one thing I was really proud about just because I basically said to myself, I really want to get into something on TV. You know, what I mean, that's basically what I said is I want to get on a movie on TV, and I thought that, and then I kind of brought it to fruition less than a couple months after, and I was like, never thought I would do it. So that, and then just now too with some of the projects that I've done, the fact that they get into Walmart, and to me that I mean I feel happy about that. That things that I'm doing are coming out and people are seeing them and they're going getting released worldwide and I mean to me that's just something is just exciting to me. Just the fact that these smaller movies too. Some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller, but the fact that they get in stores and I don't know. To me, that's just a cool thing, just from a physical media standpoint. And I believe I see a $2 super chat that came in here from Gordo Bonnet. Thanks so much, Gordo. No, sorry, a 2.99 super chat. Thanks so much, Gordo Bonnet, for your super chat. Are you getting excited about Birds of Prey on Blu-ray? No, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that one. I really love that movie too. I wish the movie did better in theaters, but I really like that movie. And I know there's a number of different, exclusives for that one that are coming out. Let's see here. Do you like Maximum Overdrive? No, that's a great. I really like that movie. I love that song in there. Who made who? I don't know. I always love that movie. Hey Sean, are you planning on getting special editions of the new Sonic movie? I talked about that one. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Um, Morning from London, Sean. Have you seen the two Messrine films? No, I don't think so. Let's see here. Have you seen You're the Dragon? I talked about that. Let's see, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything. What are your thoughts on Brain Dead? I talked about that. Um, I saw a ghost behind him sitting on his bed. I hope there's not a ghost in here. That would be kind of funny if all of a sudden you just see like a ghost, sitting in the back there. Um, I can't imagine Sean Mayad. So I think that's about where I am. Are you single? Yes. Hopefully some point. Trying. You know what I mean? Uh, do you make good money acting? You can do okay. It kind of depends. A couple $100 a day, $300 a day, $400. I mean, kind of all over the place. It kind of depends. Stuff if I shoot for things, it can be like 50 to $100. If I, something I film myself, so it's kind of all kind of wide ranges of things. Some things can be like a weekly rate. Is there any movie you collect on every version? Like stuff like Dawn of the Dead and some of those movies I've gotten like, tons of times throughout the years. Like I've, bought every edition of a movie like Bill and Ted. I had the VHS, I had the DVD, I had the original Blu-ray, then I had the Shout Factory Blu-ray. Uh, hey Sean, if I had more money, I would super chat more. I've been watching since 2010. Your videos are very calm, and I love them. But no problem at all, John. Like I said, guys, I really appreciate the super chats from you guys more than you can imagine. So thanks so much for them. But no problem at all, John. And thanks so much for watching. Hey Sean, what are your thoughts on AMC theaters? I talked about that. Um, Do you like really good character piece movies? Yeah, I like a lot of movies that are about like characters and that's kind of following a person around and that kind of stuff. Um, I watched that funny video when you were mistaken for somebody else at Book Off for Danny. I don't remember that one. I can't remember. Sometimes I forget some of the things that happen. I agree. Agree only if. What's up with the black hat? Is that the same one? Do you have many? I have actually have a bunch of different black hats. How often do you see a woman that you would say is a 10? Um, I don't know. I mean, like, so I guess sometimes I get. I mean, like, I don't like to judge people because I'm not like a 10 in any way myself. You know what I mean? So like, I don't really like go and pass judgments on people. Like this, like some people, you notice. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, the smoke show. Are you worrying about the future of DVD? I mean, are you worrying about DVD future digital only? If you haven't, what would you do to your collection? Well, I would still always have physical media. You know what I mean? Like, and the bottom line is there would always be thrift stores, and you can always order from specialty shops. And I know they would. I'm pretty sure too. Even if it was more digital stuff, they would still do burn demand DVDs and Blu-rays because if they can make money on it, why not? Um, and I feel like there's still a lot of people that really like having certain things. You know what I mean? Because digital is not forever, and it kind of makes the movie kind of seem more worth a shit. You know what I mean? If you have it, then if you go, oh, I have it in digital. You know what I mean? Like, because if to me, who would want to have like Back to the Future and only have it digital? You know what I mean? Like, or Jaws. Like certain movies, you'd always want to have a copy of it. You can't be like, oh, I'm going to get rid of my Back to the Future. I don't need those. You know what I mean? Like, I could never see myself, especially with certain things, like ever not wanting to have a physical, version of it. Did you find a copy of the History of Beavis and Butthead? No, I just have a bad bootleg of that one. That's like a dream, like that I would find that somewhere. But so few copies of that one got, out before they got all recalled. But at the time, though, there was a lot of like TV stuff getting like not released, like History of Beavis and Butthead, Pete and Pete season 3. So there's a lot of stuff around that time. Have you seen Wake and Fright? No, I don't think so. Would you do an independent film in Canada? No, yeah, I before all this happened, like right at the beginning of this, I did a thing for a passport, but still haven't gotten it. So, because there is in the UK, I would love to do a film out there, and there's people that I shoot stuff for, so I'd love to go there. I'd love to go to Canada. That I would definitely, absolutely love to do a film in another country. That would be like amazing. Um, let's see here. Have you seen the Borrowers or Burrowers? That I think Alex Winter had a cameo on that one. I have seen that one. I watched 3 episodes of the new Creep Show, just couldn't get into it. From what I watched them, some of them were better than others. Some of the episodes. Do you have a job? Yeah, the main thing that I do is acting and then YouTube. And I do this. The money that I make is mainly through YouTube. Favorite horror movie? Um, Probably like I've said a lot, like Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. Hey Sean, I enjoyed your late night Q&As. It's different than most YouTubers I follow. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I try and just kind of keep them like if I ever can think of like certain themes, like themes about certain stuff, I will definitely do that kind of stuff. How could Wetway One go? How come Wetway One could go out as normal? Do they not have a lockdown where he is? No, they have a lockdown. The thing is with a lockdown is you're allowed to go out for like to get food and like to go to stores and get stuff and that kind of stuff. You were supposed to kind of just do it and come home. I honestly don't know what he was thinking doing that. I mean, like staying at somebody's house and all that kind of stuff. So that was a little weird, him doing that, because he did the same thing with Fluffy Gamer and OGP, which around the same time. And so it's like the thing is though, people can do what they want. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, me personally though, wouldn't go to anyone's house or anything like that, and meet up with people that we were friends with at the gym. Like, I haven't done anything like that. I mean, all I do is what you guys see in the videos, like, and then maybe once or twice a week, other times, just to go to the drive-throughs and to like go to like Blaze Pizza and that kind of stuff. But like when it comes to contact with people, I haven't done anything like that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I did agree that was kind of strange. But like I said, you are allowed to leave the house though, but you're not supposed to do really what he was doing though. Hey, films at home reported Blu-ray player sales are up. Physical media isn't dying. No, I really do think that more people are buying stuff, especially now. Um, let's see here. Someone said something about Butcher's Bluff. Where do we see here? Uh, let's see. When is Butcher's Bluff starting to film? I don't know. Someone says Someone says the Majestic is on Blu-ray. Maybe it's another country release. Let me look on there, because sometimes when people would say that, um, it's like a another country. Majestic Blu-ray. Is it on Blu-ray? Is it? When did that come out? I guess like everyone, I just forgot about it or something. I don't know. I guess I never bought that for some reason. I have no idea why. I have absolutely no clue how that came out, and I didn't even know. That's very strange, because I normally like don't miss something like that. So I guess it is on that. Someone says, when is Butcher's Bluff starting to film? Hopefully soon. When everything clears up. It's all going to happen though. Someone said also updates on Crave Roots of Evil. That was going to shoot the same time as Strix. So I was going to do that the same time I was there in Texas. So hopefully that will be soon as well. Have you seen the Mosquito Coast underrated Harrison Ford film? No, I've seen the cover for it, but I've never seen that one. Have you ever seen Running Scare with Paul Walker? Thoughts on it? I don't think I ever saw that one. Can you explain the story of your PE teacher that yelled "F it" while you were with MJ? Oh yeah, we had this one teacher that like really didn't. Me and MJ were kind of bother this guy with questions, and we were always sticking around in class and stuff like that. Because we never really liked Jim, you know what I mean? And I think we were playing some kind of a game when we were like throwing a football or something, and then he yelled out "bucket" real loud, but it sounded like he said "F it." And there was all kind of problems with that gym coach, and he had no hair anywhere. He was like shaved everything. He was really weird. He had this weird little tattoo we always looked at, and I remember one time too, we were playing some kind of a game, and you had to throw like a football into like this basket hole thing or something. And he said, "Guys, it's that simple. The hole is behind the bush." And that was one of those things that when somebody says something like that, you never forget that your whole life. That's all. One of the main things I took away from middle school was him saying that. I see a $2 $3 super chat here from Gordo Bonnet. Thanks so much, Gordo Bonnet, for your super chat. Watched Midnight Gosploitation Netflix. I loved it. Midnight Gosploitation Netflix. I've never seen that. I never even heard of that. I'll definitely have to look up, what that one is. But yeah, like I've never even heard that one. But thanks so much, Gordo, for your super chat. And like I said, guys, if you guys have any super chats too, when you want to promote your YouTube channel, anything too, feel free to do those. But thanks so much for the super chats this evening. Like I said, big help to the channel and the videos. Let's see. Now, where were we? So I don't miss anything. Have you heard about this? My glasses are fogging up. Yeah, that's the one thing that's bad about the wearing the mask, though, is they definitely do fog up the mask. Let's see, where were we now? Have you seen Dolly Dearest? Yes, I know. Dolly Dearest is coming out to Blu-ray, or just came out to Blu-ray from Vinegar Syndrome. Do you keep the copies of everything you review? Yeah, everything I get, I keep. I either put into storage or put it into binders, put it under my shelf. So yeah, everything that I've ever reviewed, I always keep. And the thing is, with review copies, you're not supposed to do anything. You're supposed to keep them. You know what I mean? Um, let's see here. I always tell my friends to follow you. You're an OG movie reviewer guy. Well, thanks so much, Richard, for telling your friends and everything. Um, did you and MJ's wife get along? No, we did. We did, and we talked like 2 years ago, and we're fine. But I didn't know his wife too much because they kind of met like right in I think in like April 2010, and I moved in August, so it was kind of like around that time too. I was getting everything together to move, so we didn't know each other too well. Um, so a lot of people think that he was with her before then. No, it was only right before we moved. How often do you see it? I talked about that. Thoughts on Disney movie Onward? I haven't watched that one. Um, have you seen? I talked about that one. Trump or Biden? I don't really talk about political stuff, but it's pretty obvious. Have you recently watched Malevolent series? Do you think there'll be a fourth one? I love Alexander Daddario. Yeah, those are great movies, and I regret not getting a picture with her because she was at a convention, and it was this awkward time because there's this girl there that I didn't want to see because of things on Instagram. She's kind of weird and stalkerish, so I kind of was hiding, and I didn't get to get a picture with her, and it's like one of those big regrets. Um, let's see here. Weren't you in a movie? I've been in a bunch of different things. If you want to see the whole list of movies, or you could check I have a video up called "The Movies I Acted In." Sean, I enjoy your late night Q&A. See, I talked about that one. So I think this is about where I was. Do you collect horror Funko Pops? Uh, Not really. I have some, but I think I have like Leatherface and Texas Chainsaw Massacre and a couple ones, but not a ton of them. Someone says, "Have you ever had any paranormal experiences?" I have had weird, like, not paranormal, but I've had like ghostly type things. Like when I was staying at the Wigwam Hotel with MJ, there was all sorts of weird things happening in the hotel. Like the air conditioner was moving on its own, like going up and down, and like I heard weird singing in the bathroom when MJ was not in the bathroom. There was some weird business going on in there. Have you ever seen Panada Survival Horror? I think I got a copy of that in the horror pack, but I've never seen that one. Um, what movie do you hate that people love? I never know for that. Like what I really don't like. Three Ninjas or Home Alone. Between them, definitely Home Alone. How did they film Zombie versus Shark? Do you mean Ghost Shark? Um, is that what you mean? Who is the most beautiful actress you've ever seen in a horror movie? Like when it comes to like horror screen queens or actresses in horror movies, like who do I really like? Um, I don't know who like the top one would be like in horror movies. Yeah, it's hard to say. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people like they're indie people. I don't want to say because they look at the videos and stuff. Um, let's see. Your speaking is very soothing. Hey Sean, I have to watch Breaking Bad and Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I've never watched those ones. Would you film something in Tasmania? I mean, I'm open to going anywhere. Did you see the Goonies reunion? Yeah, I watched that with Josh Gad. Um, let's see here. What is your favorite pizza place? Probably Blaze Pizza, the one you can make your own. And then for like delivery, probably Domino's. Um, what situation would you rather be in? Session 9, Blair Witch, The Conjuring House, or It Follows? Um, I think the one I would never want to be in was It Follows because like the idea of someone following me always creeps me out big time. Like that whole idea. Like probably out of all of those ones, maybe the Conjuring House because I feel like maybe I could solve that situation and maybe live. But I don't think at Session 9 would you go like totally crazy. I'm watching a movie, Grave Encounters 2 in Spanish. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm in the opening of that particular one. Let's see here. So where are we now? What happened? Recently watched. I talked about that one. Try to avoid unnecessary places. Yeah, no, I try not to go anywhere more than I have to or anything like that. Uh, why won't they release Hitcher remake on Blu-ray? Sean Bean is awesome. Yeah, that's a pretty good remake. Uh, I feel like there might be like a Canadian release of that, maybe, or something. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Hey Sean, do you think James Rolfe made stupid points about hating Blu-ray? Yeah, I don't understand what he was going on about. Like I understand how like the menus sometimes were more interesting on the DVDs, but I think they were kind of trying to streamline them more with Blu-rays. I mean, and the thing is too, like, um, if you're like really into cinema, you would think you would want to watch it in the best picture quality and that kind of stuff. Um, Laugh out loud. How'd you know the pre-teacher had no hair anywhere? Well, I don't know. But me and MJ used to always say that he had no hair anywhere as like a joke. So I really don't know if he didn't have any hair anywhere. He just didn't seem to have any body hair that we noticed. So we didn't know for sure. Someone said, um, why won't they ever talk about that one? Hulk Hogan putting Richard Belzer in a sleep hold was 80s. Hey Sean, do you think? Let's see here. Of course, it is. Why do you think that? In honor of May the 4th, most liked Star Wars movie and least. Most liked is probably Return of the Jedi, and then least liked probably maybe Episode 1. I didn't like too much. Um, I think Chauncey would suit completely bald head. Hey Sean, can you describe the story where your art teacher said you can't print it again, use too much black ink? Yeah, there was one teacher that we had, and it was like a class. There was like a design class where you were like design. I don't know what we were designing exactly, like kind of like digital images and stuff like that. And there was something for like a contest going on, and and the image I had a lot of black, in the background. so it was like a starry image or something, and it printed out and it screwed it up really bad and it smeared. And then the teacher was like, I said, "Oh, can I print this again?" She's like, "No, use too much black ink." So I wasn't able to print it, so it just looked like crap. Yeah, so it was a weird thing. I had a lot of weird problems with that teacher. Did you see Honey Boy? Yeah, that was Shia LaBeouf movie. I hate though it's part of Amazon's streaming thing, so they won't put a Blu-ray out, at least in America. They might in Canada, but a great movie though. Are you getting the Severin Umberto Lorenzo Baker collection? I don't know if I will or not. Zombie Flesh Eaters UK, Zombies in the US, Zombie versus Shark. Um, have you seen Nightmare on Elm Street? Nightmare on the 13th Floor, 90s TV movie? Nightmare on the 13th Floor? No, I don't know if I've seen that one. And those wondering, I'll be on here for probably 2 hours or so. That's why I usually try and go for around 2 hours. And like any of you guys who have come in that are new, if you guys have any super chats, that's on. And also, you guys can totally promote your, link to your YouTube channel or anything like that in them as well. Let's see here. Um, I I really like you in the Sasquatch movie, but I forgot the title. But I think a road sign was thrown through somebody in it. Yeah, and that one was called Assault of the Sasquatch. When we filmed it though, the original title was Sasquatch Assault. So I think that's what the vlog is called. But yeah, it's on a Sasquatch Assault. When do you sleep? You seem to have a wacky sleep schedule. Yeah, I sleep really weird. I'm honestly one of those kind of like up all night kind of people. Like I don't sleep when normally people do. Like I go to sleep at like I don't know, like 6, 7 a.m. and then get up and get food, and then go back to sleep again. And then, like really weird schedules. I've always kind of been weird, but it's a lot weirder now. Like tonight, I have to film the reviews for Tuesday, so like later, like it's probably 5 a.m. or something like that. I'll film like the reviews that will be in Tuesday's video and that kind of stuff. Johnny Deep, what is that? Johnny Deep Killer River Phoenix. Hey Sean, you noticed that Brendan says you know a ton of his videos. No, I know. No, he definitely says you know. You've never seen Breaking Bad, a must watch. No, that's one of those things I never watched when it was on. Who would you prefer to go up against, Michael Myers or Jason? Between both of them, probably Jason. Have you seen The Relaxer? No. Let's see here. I think I might be like catching up on some of the comments now. Let's see here. What happened to MJ? Not talking about that. Um, there's certain things I don't talk about. I pretty much talk about everything for the most part. MJ seemed like such a good friend. Have you guys spoke much since the hoopla? No, we haven't talked. I mean, we talked about 2 years ago and kind of like talked things out, like some of our little problems and that kind of stuff. But then he kind of came back for a little bit and then disappeared again. Um, so like yeah, like hopefully at some point, we'll like see each other again. Someone says they love my stories. Yeah, I like to tell like kind of stories and that kind of stuff. So if you have any story questions on here too, leave like questions if there's anything you want like a story of or anything like that. Black is the cheapest ink color. Color costs the most. Blue, very expensive. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't know why that teacher was so mad about me using the black ink. But she was so mad about that. She's like, "Oh no, you can't, sorry, we can't. We can't use up any more of that ink. We're wasting that ink." Um, let's see here. Have you seen the Nicole Kidman movie BMX Bandits? Yeah, I think that was one of her first movies, but I've never seen that one. Any advice on starting YouTube? Well, pretty much if you're starting a YouTube channel, just pretty much do videos on things that you know and like subject matter that you're really interested in. Like, don't do something just to kind of you go, oh yeah, this is a real popular thing people talk about. And if it's something you're really into, yes, but just kind of start out on things that things that you're interested in, and that kind of stuff. Um, where do you see yourself in the future? Expanding your current endeavors or moving into other endeavors beyond acting and YouTube? Well, when it comes to those, I don't really see myself doing anything else other than that. Probably working even more with the acting. Because for a little while, like I kind of wasn't as interested in it as much. Like after I lost the weight, because I wasn't sure. Because kind of like when I was losing the weight during the whole process, I kind of didn't do as much stuff because I was concentrated on that the whole time. I wasn't really looking for doing more stuff. But now there's a lot more things, so I definitely see myself, continuing to do more with that. Favorite zombie movie of all time? Definitely Day of the Dead. Hey Sean, do you like Wrong Turn? Yeah, no, yeah, I love the Wrong Turn movies. I pretty much like all of them. The first one, of course, is the best. And then I really like the fourth one, which was all set in the snow. Let's see here. Are you okay? Hope you don't get COVID. No, I'm doing all right. I actually think I had COVID, honestly. I if it wasn't scary to have the test done, like having to go to a place and do it, I would love to be tested to see if I did have it, because like I said in the very beginning of January, like the first week in the into the like in the end of December into January, and they said that's the time when they think that it may have been starting, and I was so sick then. I had like 105 or 6 degree temperature, so I really do feel like I might have had it then. Because everybody in the house got sick then. It was this weird stuff when I was profusely sweating at night and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Hey Sean, have you seen The Relaxer? People keep asking that. No, I don't think I've seen that one. Me too, bro. I sleep around 4 a.m. No, yeah, I just have like a really, really strange schedule. But it looks like I'm caught up with the questions. So I feel like I'm finally caught up with these. So definitely leave questions now below, because I'm finally there to like where we are. Because like normally I'm unless I accidentally skipped over some, and any of you guys who are new, if you guys have any super chat questions, definitely leave them on here. And like I said, I really appreciate the super chats. Definitely help out the video and the channels, and really appreciate them. And you also feel free to in the super chats to promote your channel, your YouTube channel, or websites, or any of that kind of stuff. So you can do that no problem in there. Let's see. Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Exorcist banned in the States until 1993, like they were in the UK. I don't think they were banned here. I don't believe so. And not that I know of. When someone says, "What food are you from Disneyland are you missing?" What did I get there a lot? Um, we went to some of the pizza restaurants in there. I didn't eat a lot of snacks at Disney. You know what I mean? Like nothing, not tons of different stuff. Like I like the pretzel sometime. I never got the churro, because like I think I'm allergic to cinnamon. I always have like a weird problem with cinnamon. Um, let's see. You never say anything good. Say what you never saw. You never say anything good. Say what you never saw. I don't know. You performance in Girls Gone Dead is better than than D&D. Oh yeah, no, yeah, yeah. Girls Gone Dead's a really fun movie. I wish that wasn't a hard movie to find now on physical media, but a lot of people saw that back in the day when it was on Netflix. But yeah, I was always happy with that. And I always wish though, because originally that we shot it at a different bar, and like I always wish I could have seen that footage. Hey Sean, can you tell the story when you threw up on the very expensive rug as a kid? Oh yeah, Brennan. Yeah, there was a time when I was at my grandmother's house for I think it was Thanksgiving or Christmas or something like, I think it was something like that. And you know, I think my grandmother like left the turkey out or the gravy out or something, and it got me really sick. And I had like immediate food poisoning from it, and vomited all over this really expensive rug. I'm sure I ruined it. And then like my other grandmother got sick too, because I think she saw me get sick. So it was a really weird, awkward Christmas. And there was this weird woman there named like Mrs. Greensleeves or something, and I don't know who she was. And for some reason, she was like friends with my grandmother, and she was there. It was this really weird woman, and I was like thinking, what is this woman doing here? Um, let's see here. Um, Crazy how many people ask about MJ. Yeah, because I think it's because MJ, was in my videos from 2006, 2010, like every Friday. So people kind of early people from the channel really know him. But yeah, it's like, I wish he knew that people still ask about him all the time and all that. Favorite ride at Disneyland? Favorite ride at Disney? Probably Haunted Mansion is always my favorite. How are you liking Animal Crossing? Yeah, I've done pretty well in there. I just kind of go on there for like maybe an hour a night, something like that. You never saw Doctor Who, never saw Breaking Bad, never saw Clone Wars. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, like I only have so much time in the world. That's the thing. So you know what I mean. Sean, what's your crazy high school stories? I don't know if I have anything crazy in high school. I mean, like nothing like super crazy that I can think of. MJ impressions of Pee Wee was so great. Yeah, MJ was really great at doing impressions. Have you seen the indie horror movie Slaughterhouse Slumber Party? I've heard of that one. I may have seen that one. Is this a vlog channel? Not exactly. I mean, like it's vlogs of me doing things. So it's like me going to out on Tuesdays, going to show the new releases that come out and reviewing new titles. And so I mean, I guess it's sort of vlogs of things that I do. Do you remember the show Small Wonder? I never watched that show. What are your thoughts on Disney's ex Stephanie? She seemed like a flirt. Oh, she originally talked to me first. Honestly, I don't talk too much about that, but yeah, like she was sending me all these messages. Like, yeah, so that's all I'll say on that. Do you still have anything that was sent to the PO box? Videos for MJ. I think I have some of the stuff. Um, wait, dude, did he say Day of the Dead? Yeah, no, Day of the Dead is my favorite. I would say favorite zombie movies. I have some film school projects coming up, and I was wondering if that is something I could get you to be in. If they're like, out of state or something like that. I don't know if there's budget for that. You know what I mean? But if it's something I can shoot easily, like myself, can you show off your video games? I don't have that many video games, honestly. A lot of them are like put away in boxes. I have some though, but not a lot. What's the best Texas Chainsaw Massacre spin-off sequel? Probably Texas Chainsaw Massacre. My favorite is this part two. Why don't you update your YouTube picture? I know I should probably update that, but I feel like people know that one, so I kind of like don't want to change it around or anything like that when people kind of know that stuff. Someone says you need to open up your Animal Crossing town. I open up sometimes. Maybe the next time I go on, I'll open it up again. But yeah, when I opened it up the one time, a lot of people came in. So yeah, I definitely will do that one. Do you have a favorite genre of music? Probably like synth pop, kind of that kind of stuff. Um, Views on Mia Khalifa? I don't know. I'm not sure who that is. Was the film Cannibal Holocaust a step too far with animal content? I never watched the one that had. Yeah, I watched the one that edits out that stuff. So yeah, but it was kind of like my whole thing on the animal stuff in the Cannibal Holocaust movies is like it makes sense in the sense that if they were out there surviving and eating, they would kind of have to eat something. That's what they would be doing. But I didn't personally like the stuff though, that kind of stuff. Do you like Phil's Barbecue? What's your favorite San Diego restaurant? I don't go to that many restaurants. There's a Phil's Barbecue close to the Best Buy that I go to, and sometimes I would get stuff in there, but we haven't been there in forever. But I don't dislike it though. Do you have a Nintendo Switch Lite? Yeah, that's the one that I have. I got that at Target right at the beginning of like the when the whole everything started. So I was lucky enough to find it. May I ask who is MJ? Yeah, his name was Matt. Matt, who was in the videos, or we always called him MJ, but his name was Matt Kelly, and he was the guy who was in the vlogs with me. So if you guys want to see some of the videos, just look up around the town, and you guys can see some of them. And we just kind of would do like vlogs going around the town, going to stores, going to restaurants, and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. A lot of people ask 420 kind of questions. I never answer them on here just because YouTube doesn't like all that stuff. I remember seeing you at Monsterpalooza with your brother. I even ended up in the background of the video. I was too shy to say anything though. Which video was that you were in? Which Monsterpalooza one? Good morning from the UK. Hey, good morning to you as well. When was the last time you watched Sweet Hostages? Until I saw your collection video the other day, I thought I was the only person who saw that movie, the lone viewer of that movie. Sweet Hostage, the movie with Linda Blair and Martin Sheen. I haven't watched that one in a long time. Let's see, probably a number of years. Someone says he never watched anything, just collect it. No, I watch every. I mean, you see the videos. I watch everything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know I watch them. How do you feel? How did you feel meeting and hanging with Brendan Novak? Awkward at the time because Brendan Novak was having some serious substance abuse problems, and that was the first time I had ever witnessed something like that. And I was driving and having him in my car like that, so um, it was an eye-opening experience to see something like that. I'm so glad that Brendan Novak is cleaned up and everything now, but it was weird. I mean, it was a thing to experience. Did you like GI Joes as a kid? I never had that many GI Joes for some reason. Um, I never really did. Let's see here. Um, have you seen the Walling, a great Korean horror flick? No, a lot of people have told me about that movie. I have not seen that one in forever. You still hang out with Anna the Woo? I haven't seen Anna the Woo in a long time. Like I have to text him again soon, and hopefully maybe after all this is over, we'll see each other again. But yeah, I haven't seen him in a really, really long time. Um, do you talk to John Flickster? You know, John Flickster was on here a little while, a couple days, like maybe a week or two ago, and he gave a super chat donation on here, which was cool. But yeah, no, I talk to him sometimes on Facebook, and I've known him though from online for years upon years, and he even did the cover for Brendan Mitchell's, Out and About, the first Out and About movie. Um, any update on the Flickpix collab? I have to message him again about that, about doing a because Flickpix wanted to do a like podcast together, one of his podcasts. Did you hear about the new Friday the 13th box set coming in July? Yeah, I believe I heard something about that. I don't know if it's going to have all of the because I remember that there was like one edition that didn't have some of the later movies, so hopefully it has all the ones. Um, what Netflix series is the best in your opinion? Um, I don't know that many offhand Netflix shows. So there's not that many I've seen to say for sure which is like the best one. Um, Hi from Canada. Hey, thanks so much for watching from Canada. Do you like the Saw series? No, I was really looking forward to seeing the Spiral movie. I know that got delayed though till 2021, but yeah, I was really looking forward to that. But I liked all the Saw movies. I mean, some of the later ones were not that great, but they were all right. Who came up with the name Miles James Kelly? I don't even know, honestly, where that exactly came from. Because his name was Matthew James Kelly, but I don't know where the Miles came from. For some reason, I think for a little while he wanted to say that was his name or something. Um, did you like going to the Whaley House in San Diego? That tour was creepy. Well, when I was in the movie The Haunting of Whaley House, but it wasn't actually shot in at the actual Whaley House. It was shot in a house in Long Beach. So I've never actually been to the real Whaley House. I've been like outside of it, but I've never been inside for the tour. And somebody told me that the Whaley House itself doesn't like the Haunting of Whaley House movie at all. So if they see me there, they might not like seeing me. They might be like, "You get out of here." Um, Someone said something about there's a whole 420s channel on YouTube. I don't know, maybe. What's your most prized box set? I'm trying to think what are some of my favorite box sets that I have. Um, I always like complete series sets. I don't know, for some reason those are some of my favorite things, like complete series. So I don't know for sure about like my most prized one though. Let's see here. There's a whole. Do you collect laser discs? No, I have like some laser discs on the wall, like for framing and stuff like that. But I've never had laser discs. The first format that I had that was like that kind of thing was DVDs. I never had laser discs though. I remember wanting them when they came out, but my dad was like, "Oh, I don't think these are successful, and I don't think there's any point." So I never ended up actually getting them. Favorite Stephen King. Um, they don't always do the books justice. Like stuff like Langoliers, The Shining. But Langoliers is one I really like to watch, and you don't hear talked about as much. I know I'm just fooling around. I watch one show and a movie a day. Our choices for you. Is MJ still married? I believe so, as far as I know. Do you collect vintage porn videos? No, I've never really. Like I've seen stuff, vintage ones like Debbie Does Dallas and that kind of stuff, but I don't like collect them. What's your favorite video store chain? There aren't many left anymore, but like my favorite video was Suncoast, and then Sam Goody. Sam Goody was music. But Saturday Matinee was one that I really liked. I think they had some music as well, but Suncoast is definitely my favorite. And then there was a lot of other ones like Waves Music. FYE is still around. There was another one called Waxy Maxies. There were so many different ones back in the day that I remember. Um, Having 3,000 movies and not knowing what to watch. No, I know that's the thing when you have like a lot of movies. Sometimes you have so much stuff, then you don't know what to watch of all of them. I added you on Nintendo Switch, and I wanted to send you some of my stuff on Animal Crossing, but I don't know if you have online on your account. No, I do have online. Dark Empty Puppet. Yeah, you can always message me on Instagram and let me know your name because I think you have to add people as like best friends, and then they can kind of come to your page more often or something like that. Hey, Shauna, can you talk about the story where Dweebo kept pooping himself at Disney? Oh yeah, we used to always have problems. It's funny you remember all these things. Like, people remember more things about my life than I even like think about. But the pooping thing, we used to always in Florida for some reason the water used to always give us like the runs for some reason. I don't know why, but it just did. So I remember like my brother was always having the runs. We were in Florida for this one year, and like he pooped at the Shamu show, and see at that point he had to be like go to the bathroom a couple times that day, and he had to sit in his poo during the Shamu show. That was back when we would go to like this there, and like we thought we had to watch that stupid show, and then like we would get there for like 2 hours plus ahead of time and sitting there in the sun and everything like that. So that was a really weird type of time. um, yeah, so that was definitely really strange. And thanks guys who have come on here now. I'll probably be on here for like maybe a little over 2 hours or so. So if you guys have any super chats on here, the super chat is on, super chat questions, or you can super chat promote your YouTube channel or anything like that as well. And like I said, that thanks so much for the support with those. The super chats really help the channel and the videos and everything all around, especially right now. Let's see, anyone else disappointed in Westworld season 3? I heard that one wasn't that great. The greasy strangler shows up in your room and wanted to eat lettuce. What would you? What would be the first thing you do? I'd definitely try and get away. You know what I mean? It's like greasy strangler. I don't want to get strangled out by the greasy guy. Um, let's see here. He doesn't know Pokemon. I know some Pokemon. Like I played the Pokemon, like the Nintendo ones back in the day. Um, uh, Giallos are better than slashers. I like slashers better, honestly. Will you make a letterbox account? Maybe sometime. Are you going to do more family style vlogs? I missed the ones for 2010 and 11 when you first moved here. I missed Gina, Herb, and Dweebo. When people ask about those a lot, maybe we'll do more of those again sometime. Do you have the Prestige in 4K and can I buy it off you? I don't have that one. Anyone talk about that one? It's always crazy to see how packed the Valley Thrift Store is every time you in your videos. I do wonder when the Valley Thrift Store opens up again, what they will handle that, because that's like definitely not social distancing in there, because it's like people crowd over the movies and everything's so close. I don't know how they'll do it. They'll have to like separate it in some kind of a way. Looking forward to A Quiet Place too. Yeah, no, I definitely am. Jason Goes to Hell unrated cut is in that set. I think the unrated cut was only on digital, as far as I remember, but might be wrong. John Flickinger lives in my town. I really am just waiting for the day I run into him. Would be the Robin to his Batman in the Flick Cave. Um, yeah, let's see here. How's your brother doing? You know, he's doing good. Um, let's see here. Did you like season 3? I didn't see season 3. Have you seen Outside Providence? Yeah, that one was pretty good. I don't remember like absolutely loving it, but I remember thinking it was okay. Shining is the best. No, that Shining is great. Um, Langoliers is terrible, and the 3 hour wait for the worst CGI in history. Well, I like bad movies honestly sometimes, and I know the CGI is really bad in it, but I like that movie for some reason. I don't know why. I just love that movie. Have you seen Extras? Ricky Gervais, one of my favorite TV shows. Yeah, I love that movie. That you're having a laugh and all that. That was a great movie. Favorite '70s horror movie? I don't know offhand. Like the favorite. That's so hard to say. Someone said Suncoast was fun. Suncoast was great. Makes cut the oxygen to the blood. A mask cut the oxygen to the blood. Masks do kind of constrict you a lot. We still have a Suncoast Motion Picture Company here in New Jersey. It's not great as you remember. No, it's because Suncoast now is basically just FYE without the name changed and that kind of stuff. But I was at one. There was one out here up until like maybe 4 years ago. But back in the day, Suncoast was great. And back when they used to have toys and they had like Fangoria magazines and all that kind of stuff. Let's see here. Have you seen The Passion of the Christ? What did you think of it? No, I never watched that one. I was never really interested in watching that. What's your favorite Scorsese movie? Definitely Taxi Driver. Do you suffer from depression or anxiety? And if you do, how do you deal with it? Um, I have like degrees of that. You know what I mean? Especially now with everything, sometimes you have like a day when you're kind of like in a kind of a dumpish mood. You know what I mean? Like sometimes more than others. Something to do with 420 helps. Let's see. If you could only have one streaming service, what would it be? Probably Netflix out of all of them. Hey, Sean, you should watch a show called Community. All seasons are on Netflix. No, I got a Blu-ray of that from Mill Creek to review, and I was watching through some of that. That was actually a fun show. Just like I finally watched some episodes of 30 Rock, which I had never saw when it was on. I like that one. Um, Watch Avengement on Netflix. Write it down. Avengement. Yeah, I've never heard of that one. I'll have to watch that one. It's funny. This Dragon Ball talk always is like commenting back to everyone saying, "I don't know what things are." You know, he's like he doesn't know who Scorsese is. It's really funny. He's like kind of writing back to everyone's things. Um, what are a good recommended film that not a lot of people have seen? Um, I don't know. I don't know for sure like what's a good one that not many people have seen. It's always hard to say that kind of stuff when you recommend like a specific thing for people to look at. Many years ago, I saw you at San Diego Comic Con, and you were doing a special screening of the Marvel. We were doing a special screening of the Marvel one shots that were always on Blu-ray, and I got into the one for Agent Carter. That's cool. I don't know if did we talk then? I don't know. He likes Langoliers. He only watches bad movies. I guess so. Do you have a VHS player? Yeah, I do. I don't have it hooked up anymore though. Do you like the Leprechaun movies? Yeah, I love the Leprechaun films. Let's see here. Have you had any stalkers on YouTube? There's been some weird people, like every so often. Like nothing terrible, but there have been some like kind of odd kind of stuff that happens. I know you're in the later Camp Blood movies, but what's your opinion on the series overall? Personally, I love them. No, they're fun, like throwbacks, slasher films. Yeah, I'm in, I think 4, 5, and then part 8. And if you guys want to watch Camp Blood 8, that's the one I'm in the most. That's up for free on Tubi to watch. So if you guys have, the streaming service Tubi, you guys can download it through the App Store and stuff like that. You guys can watch that one on there. Now, like I said, I'll probably be on here for about 30 more minutes or so. So if you guys have any other super chats or anything like that, that's on here. Let's see. Dragon Ball's talk about why he should listen to your recommendation with your attitude. Did Doctor Sleep meet your expectation? Did Doctor Sleep meet your expectations? I think it did. Um, um, I mean, I liked it. I mean, honestly, I mean, like from the trailer, I thought I wasn't gonna like it. I was like, I don't know, but then I was actually really surprised with it. So I actually really liked that one. Um, let's see here. Do you smoke? Like I said, I don't smoke, but I do like the other form of it, the food form of it. Hey, Sean, did you know the Russo brothers originally directed Community? I think I had heard that. Um, let's see here. Watch Pi. It's on Amazon Prime. I've seen that one here. Um, someone VML 3615 gave a $2 super chat here. Did you apologize to Wet Movie for making fun of his mom? We weren't. It wasn't making fun. It was all. It was. I know his mother. His mother knows that my mother. You know what I mean? It was all just for fun. The whole thing with that was Brendan Mitchell at the time was talking about how he was going to make all these movies. I don't know if you guys remember that, but Wet Movie was saying, "Oh, I want to make all these films and direct things and all that." So I thought, oh, like in the movie, in the Halloween spoof, there should be a scene of somebody watching a movie on TV, and it would be like a movie that Brendan Mitchell directed. So that was the whole point of it. Was supposed to be it was Brendan Mitchell making this was like the movie that he made. That I was like my thoughts. That's why I don't make a lot of the parodies anymore because I like put my foot in my mouth with things, and people sometimes don't like jokes, and but all like behind the scenes of all this stuff, Brendan later told me he didn't care, and I think a lot of that was because sometimes if you get attention for things and attention comes from things and that's kind of the whole thing. But like I said, thanks so much though for your super chat. Like I said, super chats are a huge help to this channel, so I definitely appreciate them. Let's see here. Watch a movie a day and one TV show a day to get in on it. Well, I mean, I'm watching stuff all the time though. Um, I still enjoy Chauncey's content. Everyone, yeah, thank you though. We met randomly at San Diego Comic Con for the Marvel screening. It was brief, and I was surprised by how tall you are, and I'm 6'2". Yeah, a lot of people don't know that I'm like taller. I think like I sort of seem like I'd be kind of a short guy from the videos, so I think people kind of think that. When you go to Disneyland, do you like to stay at the Disneyland Hotel, Paradise Hotel, or Grand Californian? We only ever stayed at a hotel one time just to see what it was like when we first moved out here, but we just drive. We're from where we are. It only takes like maybe an hour in good traffic, a little less sometimes in good traffic. If it's bad traffic, it can take like 2 hours getting there, but it's not bad. So we just drive. Hey, dude, I thought your pick was Q&A while you were taught walking, making other walking vlogs. We might do another walking vlog sometime. Have you seen the Goonies reunion with Josh Gad on YouTube? No, I watched that one. I thought that was a great reunion. It was so cool to see him get everyone back together like that. And hopefully that will bring more attention because I know they really want to do the sequel, and I know they don't. They kind of talk about it and say they don't want to do it, and they do. I feel like maybe that will help bring even more attention to something Goonies related again. I know it's coming to Blu-ray. I mean to 4K soon. Uh, what do you think of Satanism in Hollywood and Pizzagate conspiracy? I don't really follow any of that kind of stuff, so I don't really know. Hey Sean, did you ever watch Bloody Murder? I believe I saw that one. So what's your thoughts on wrestling like AEW and WWE? Well, back in the day, I watched WWF as a kid all the time, and like loved Hulk Hogan, and I went to some of the matches as a kid. Like there were some like early memories I have is going to like Washington, go to one of them, and then like renting the pay-per-view boxes to watch the events and that kind of stuff. So I did a lot of that stuff back in the day. Um, let's see here. Movie directors should be taking advantage of this lockdown and getting as much footage of empty streets as possible. I'm sure that there's some of that going on, getting stock footage shots of abandoned things and all that kind of stuff. But there's a lot of like kind of people right now putting together projects from their home. So we're probably going to see like a lot more like like unfriended kind of movies that are being done right now because you can send the actors cameras and that kind of stuff. Like, I mean, that's how they're doing all of American Idol is at everyone's house. Dude, your parodies are great. Keep making them. No, I know I really do like doing the parodies. I mean, like the problem is it just sometimes it just goes over so poorly because like I put my foot in my mouth with them. You know what I mean? Like I always poke fun at myself, but and it sucks because I really love the Wet Willie character. You know what I mean? Like I love that character. I mean, like I had so many ideas for that character. You know what I mean? Like everything with that character going on a date, and I mean, oh my god, the ideas. Oh my god, I had so many things. Um, let's see here. Why haven't you shaved the rest of your head? I don't know. I mean, I kind of like the Clint Howard kind of thing. Um, the THC helps with everything. Been a fan of your channel since the Donna Murph days. Videos. No, it definitely does, especially for sleeping. Do you hunt for DVD and Blu-ray at Blockbuster when they had their physical locations closing? I have a bunch of different. Hey, Stephanie, I do have a bunch of different videos. I don't know if I ever tagged them right, but a lot of like DVD Tuesday videos, I was going to like Best Buy. I mean to Blockbuster and buying stuff up. So I was buying a lot of stuff. Like when they were down to $1, I was buying things. So I was going like once or twice a week to closing Blockbusters, getting things. Back when everything was closing. Let's see here. Hey Sean, do you see the movie Flying Ryan? He seems like something you'd seen. I don't know if I've seen that. What do you think of Guar? I like some of their stuff. I saw Guar in concert once at the Viva La Bands. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. Bam Margera, when like Viva La Bam was at the top of popularity, he put together like a event that was like a lot of the bands that were in Viva La Bam, like in bands that he liked, like Clutch and stuff like that. They all kind of came together. I think 69 Eyes there, him, some of those ones, and I saw those like at least 2 times of that. Those ones. So and Guar was there at that time. Let's see here. Out of the Shadows is good too. Is there a lot of traffic right now in San Diego? I mean, it's died down some. The one thing that I notice now, I don't know if you guys notice this as well, is there's a lot of people that drive really fast. So there's a lot of like really fast, crazy driving going on right now. So that's the one thing. Like you got to be really careful, especially with walking. There's a lot of people driving way too fast and like speeding. So that's I think because the streets are not as busy, there's a lot of really dangerous driving going on. Yeah, let's see here. Have you watched Extraction on Netflix yet? No, a lot of people have talked about that. I have not watched that yet. Someone says, "Do you shave your eyebrows?" No, I just have really, really weak eyebrows. They've always been weak like this, especially on the sides. It's just I don't know why. They've always, like my whole life, I looked at old pictures. They were like that. I've always had weak ass eyebrows. I'm not like you know, someone like Lily Collins who has like eyebrows or as they say eyebrows on fleek or whatever. I do not have that. Let's see here. Thoughts on Blue Velvet? Just watched it, really enjoyed it, but it isn't comfortable to watch. No, that's an intense movie, but a really great movie though. Did you and Brendan get along still? No, we still talk. I mean, like we talk on Instagram and things like that. We don't talk. I mean, we haven't seen each other in a while. I think the last time was at like that RetroCon thing we were at. Have you been missing the cinema? Me and my wife are. Can't wait for it to reopen. No, because like me and my brother, we would go usually like every Thursday Saturday night, and sometimes or Thursday and Monday, like usually 2 times a week. So it was a thing we always did. So not going is so strange. It just seems like we're not doing like anything because there's so like little to do right now. It's kind of just go out, on Tuesdays, look at the movies, get the food, and then like go around the town walk. Like other than that, though, there's like nothing, like else really to do. Um, let's see here. Hey Sean, being on YouTube for so long, did you ever experience people who were fake nice or fake friends just to gain subscribers on their channel? I mean, I think Brennan went through that a lot more with some people. They kind of would come and go and kind of use him to be in videos, and then they, to try and get their channel attention, and then they just ditch him and never see him again. So I mean, I personally didn't have too much of that myself. But it happens though. I know there's people that kind of do that kind of stuff just to get attention or any of that kind of stuff. And any of you guys that are new that just came on, I'll be on here for like a little over 20 minutes more. So if you guys have any super chat questions or anything like that, that's on. And you guys can also promote in there if you want to promote your YouTube channel or anything like that. Feel free to as well. Let's see here. Let's see, favorite scene in a Pee Wee movie. Um, I always like the Amazing Larry scene, and that was cut from the one version. But the Amazing Larry thing, Francis with the gum, that I absolutely love. That's probably one of my favorite scene in the Pee Wee movie, the Francis with the gum scene. Like I don't know, that always resonated with me, and I always worried if anyone gave me gum that it would be like trick gum, like in Pee Wee. Uh, let's see here. Can we get a review of the first Out and About movie? Well, I don't really review anything that I have anything to do with. You know what I mean? It's kind of weird to review anything that I ever acted in or anything like that. But the first Down and About movie, like when Brendan was doing his watch along thing, I was thinking, man, Brendan, why aren't you doing it for part one? Because there's so much to talk about with that one, like behind the scenes stuff, that had happened and with Gabe and all that. Because there wasn't much to the second one to do a live thing with. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of just like not, I don't know, not much kind of came out of that whole thing because he was only there for like a day. Um, just finished an 1,800 word research paper. Wow, that's a lot. You're right. A lot of crazy drivers right now in San Diego. Yeah, people are just driving like crazy. There's a lot of that craziness going on right now. Someone says, "Did you catch the Thing prequel? I love that." Yeah, I thought the Thing prequel was pretty good. What's your favorite Marvel film? Um, I guess if they consider, when I think about it, I like the Avengers film, but I think I really like the Spider-Man movies. Um, 90s kid did that to him. I mean, I don't want to say for sure who or he didn't or didn't, but there's people that kind of do that kind of stuff, and people kind of come and go, and you can kind of tell who's kind of there to kind of get more attention. But like I said, luckily enough, I didn't personally go through that kind of stuff myself. Have you sold any of your movies to slim down your collection? Not really. I mean, I really haven't. I mean, like right before I moved in 2010, I sold some stuff, like just some kind of generic-y kind of stuff. But nowadays, I really don't. I really don't sell anything at all. It's a medical research paper. Let's see here. When the gyms open up, you should try to incorporate weightlifting in your routine. Maybe. I mean, when I first get back though, I just have to try and build back up to where I was. With doing the treadmill the same way and all that kind of stuff. Someone says, um, "Is it weird that they're making movies about life in the '90s when you grew up in the '90s?" Yeah, no, it is. It makes you feel kind of old too when you see like movies about when you grew up and all that kind of stuff. Did you get your $1,200 from the IRS? No, nobody in my house has got that yet. Hopefully at some point, but no, we haven't gotten that. I don't. We don't have like the direct deposit thing set up. We never did that or knew how to do it like that before. So we have to wait for the actual check to come in the mail. Let's see here. What historical figures would you like to play in an Oscar bait drama, or what celebs should play you in your biopic? For me, whoever would play, someone would have to be like kind of like me. I don't know who would play me. Like, I always can kind of imagine, for some stupid reason, he doesn't really seem much like me, but I can always imagine like Andy Samberg for some weird reason playing like a cool dude kind of guy. And I don't know why. Like maybe if he put on a hat and like some glasses and like a kind of the pants and stuff that I wear, Like I could see him for some weird reason. I don't know why. He just always sort of seems a little bit like he has like a smile like I have a lot. So like maybe somebody like Andy Samberg, maybe. Let's see here. Do you think Tarantino is going to retire after his 10th film? I kind of doubt it. I feel like it's kind of weird the idea that he wouldn't. I don't know, maybe, but I don't know. I can't see him just like not doing anything film related. Maybe he'll just go into producing or doing, or maybe TV, something like that. Um, I was also going to the movies 2 or 3 times a week. I also miss it. Francis was when he sits on the bike and goes flying is my favorite scene in Pee Wee's Big Adventure. No, that's a great scene. Hey Sean, who's your ultimate celebrity crush? Um, I guess like one of the top earliest crushes, was like Jessica Alba. Is probably one of them that I really like. Um, no, Tarantino will not retire. Favorite haunted house film? Like more like recent ones, probably the Conjuring is like one of the recent ones. Someone said 5G Zombies. Oh yeah, there's a movie that Dustin Ferguson just released called 5G Zombies, and I filmed a scene for that one. It's kind of like a zombie movie. They say like how 5G came from zombies, so I'm in there kind of like losing my mind. Um, do you recommend any movies on Shutter? I had Shutter for a while, but then I didn't find that much stuff on there. I think the best stuff on there is the original stuff, like Shutter Originals. Hey Sean, do you think it also sucks that knowing this is the weekend Black Widow would have been released in theaters this weekend if it wasn't for the COVID-19? Yeah, I totally forgot that's when Black Widow was going to be out. Yeah, there's so many different things when you think about it that would have come out, and now certain things are going straight to streaming or things are going straight to Netflix. And I think that Batista movie, My Spy, which has been delayed forever, somebody said something about that. It went on Amazon Prime, and then it's not on Amazon Prime anymore, or something like that. Hey Sean, do you think? Let's see. Hopefully I've been working on it for over a month. Pee Wee in the Magic Store. The Pee Wee in the Magic Store stuff was great. Are you waiting for the May releases from Vinegar Syndrome? Yeah, I can't wait to hear when they announce, what they are. I should be getting some of the new ones from them to review, like Dolly Dearest, which I can't wait to see that one again. Um, let's see here. I'm stuck on a research paper as well. It has to be a minimum of 10,000 words, so I have to do more than a month though. Um, so it says Sean's favorite genre of music. Um, like I said, like synth pop, like synth wave, like kind of like synth, a lot of synth kind of music I really like. Tangerine Dream kind of music, a lot of that kind of stuff. Um, what action figure do you wish NECA would make? They put out some Bill and Ted. I would like to see some more stuff from them. A lot of their stuff you don't see anymore because you used to see them in when Toys R Us was there. You could go in Toys R Us and find the NECA figures in person. But now you don't see them too often. You sometimes Target has them, but I don't even know if they even have them as much. Someone says Conjuring 2 is better. Conjuring 2 was okay, but I didn't feel like it was as scary. You know what I mean? Like this to me, the first Conjuring I thought was a very very scary movie. What are your thoughts on Nolan holding Tenet hostage because he wants to release it during this outbreak? Because he wants, I don't know. I mean, like I think the Tenet movie or Tent movie, the Christopher Nolan's new movie. Yeah, I think he wants to put it on there. You know, I mean, wants it to come out and be in theaters and stuff like that, and be like the first big thing. But I think it kind of depends on if theaters can open then. You know what I mean? Um, do you buy the Vinegar Syndrome releases from Vinegar Syndrome? No, Vinegar Syndrome. I review for them, so they send me copies of their stuff to review. Can you do Fortnite dances? I've never played Fortnite, so I don't know anything about that one. You know what I mean? Are you excited for 28 months later? No, I hope they get to make that one. I love the 28 Days Later movie. The sequel was okay. I gotta watch that one again because I forgot too that Imogen Potts was in that movie for some reason. Hey Sean, if you could have any movies on either Blu-ray, DVD, or on DVD, VHS, Blu-ray, but only had one kind for the rest of your life, which would you choose? Even if new movies came to VHS also. I think if I could only have one format, I'd probably want to have Blu-ray, but there are a lot of like indie horror movies that don't come to Blu-ray, only come to DVD. So like I don't know, I feel like there would be the most options if it's like the way things release now, and like the most options with DVD to get like everything. because there would be certain things you wouldn't be able to have then if you had Blu-ray. So I almost feel like you'd have to have DVD then, I guess. Oh, nice. I remember you would put synth music, huge 80s music vibes. But yeah, no, yeah, and a lot of the shorts and stuff like I made, I would make my own synth music. Hey Sean, hey Sean, how are you doing, buddy? I hope you're doing well. Did you hear Dead Alive is getting a 4K release from Synapse Films? I didn't know that Dead Alive was coming out from Synapse. That's really cool. So that's definitely really cool. And guys, I'll be on here for like maybe about 15 more minutes or so. So if you guys have any super chat questions or anything like that, let's see. Have you seen Cannibal Ferox? No, I have. I love the Cannibal. I love Cannibal Holocaust, Cannibal Ferox, all those ones. Would you rather pay $20 to stream a movie or see it in the theater? Well, the see in the theater, the ticket price is about $16 or $15, $16. So probably would rather see um, it in theaters if I could. But yeah, probably theaters though. I mean, it's for certain things though. But I don't really pay to stream anything though, because I'm thinking like, well, if you're gonna pay $20 to stream it, when it comes to Blu-ray, it'll probably be $20. So I'm like, well, I'd rather just buy it. You know what I mean? Like, then and then have it. You know what I mean? Than pay $20. You know what I mean? Especially if it's something that I kind of know that I'm gonna want to see. Let's see here. Sean, what would you do with $1 million? Probably like pay off some like bills and like some of that kind of stuff that we need to pay off, and then I would probably use maybe like 100 grand of it or something like that or something, and put together like two or three like micro budget horror movies. I can see myself doing that with it. Let's see here. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Like, hopefully, still, doing something on YouTube related and acting. I would love to continue on with that stuff. Invisible Man was the dumbest movie ever. I mean, it wasn't amazing, but I thought it was really good. I mean, for the most part, I watched The Gentleman, really good movie. Yeah, I was surprised with The Gentleman. I thought that was actually pretty good. What type of videos do you watch most on YouTube? Well, the main stuff that I watch on YouTube is a lot of theme park vloggers. Like Tim. A lot of them aren't doing stuff right now, of course, but like Tim Tracker, and on the Woo, I watch. Um, and then like Mr. Cheesy Pop and Prince Charming Dad, like a lot of people like that. Um, let's see here. Where can we see Mr. Bleachers? Well, that movie's still not done yet. They're still working on shooting that, but I think they would have been finishing it right now. But as soon as Mr. Bleachers is done, though, I'll make sure though to let you know. Um, let's see here. What was the first horror movie you saw as a kid? Um, some of the first horror movies that I saw were probably some of the Universal Monsters movies that I rented on VHS. And probably like Tremors was one of the early ones I saw. Some of that kind of stuff was probably some of the early, and then like yeah, I would say probably the Universal Monster ones. Um, let's see, are you? Let's see here. Anything? Oh yeah, I see a $2 super chat here um, from Tyler Buttery. So it's Beaudry. Thanks so much, Tyler, for your $2 super chat. Like I said, guys, really appreciate the super chats. Huge help to the channel and the videos and everything. But he said, what French movie is better, Frontiers or High Tension? I surprisingly have never watched Frontiers, and I've had the DVD since it came out. I have no idea why I've never watched it. But I love High Tension. I remember seeing High Tension in theaters, and I remember how much that was one of those movies when that came out. I remember how much people were talking about that one like crazy, and I really, really liked that one a lot. Let's see here. Favorite Ice Cube movie? Probably the Friday films, but I also really like, Anaconda. Let's see here. What do you think? What are your plans to do on Monday? Movies, walking, etc. On Monday, what am I doing on Monday? I'm shooting a scene over Zoom Monday night late for this movie in Australia that I'm doing. So I'm going to be shooting that. And then I might be watching. I think I might be having a copy of Sonic coming soon. So I don't know if that's coming tomorrow or not, but I'm going to probably watch that maybe. But nothing major. I'm going to go out and get some food stuff tomorrow too. Have you ever had another movie reviewer throw shade at you in person or behind the scenes? Not that I mean, I don't know. Not that I know of for sure. I'm sure behind the scenes though, sometimes that's happening though. Do you think there'd be a Killer Clown sequel? Well, they've talked about it forever that they've wanted to do one. Like I would love to see it happen, but I don't know if it ever will. Let's see. Hey Sean, I was excited when I saw you found Belko Experiment at the Dollar Tree. I went and couldn't find it. I got RoboCop remake, Entourage, Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Yeah, that one was Belko Experiment is crazy to see that for $1 because that's a great movie. Um, Someone says, "Can you do the Pennywise voice?" It's like, "I'm Pennywise the dancing clown, and you're Georgie, and now we know each other." Correct. the um, the Invisible Man reminded me of Suicide Squad zombies. Um, is it true you can buy a gun in the supermarket in America? No, I don't think so. Hey Sean, I was excited when I found how big is blue. Hey Sean, how big is a blue whale? I don't know. Did you see the French horror movie Inside? Yeah, I've seen that. Inside is a great movie. You should update your synth music, upload your synth music. Yeah, I should put some of the synth music online. Um, let's see, what horror movie actor did you like meeting the most at a convention? Well, I always loved meeting Sid Haig. Sid Haig, the late Sid Haig was always really cool. I always like to talk to Ken Foree at conventions. Michael Berryman is always really cool. Same with Bill Moseley. Like some of those people too, I've just seen so many times. Tony Todd is always really cool. Um, let's see here, Jaws Blu-ray 4K. Yeah, that comes out in June. Um, can you do the Pennywise? I did that. Um, I remember you recommended Pippi Longstocking to me back in the day, only to find out she was a porn star now. Yeah, the main actress in the Pippi Longstocking, New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking, ended up like making her own adult film and like getting paid a lot to sell it. And I saw some clips of it, and I think it even had like the Pippi Longstocking theme song over it, or like somebody put that over it, or something like that. Juiciest YouTube drama you can share? I don't know any major YouTube drama like back when there was all that stuff with Leafy. I remember all that stuff going on. Have you got Nosferatu? Yeah, I have Nosferatu. Do you live in a condo? No, I'm in a house. Have you ever seen Dan Bell's YouTube channel, his Dead Shopping Mall series? Yeah, no, yeah, I've watched a number of his videos. Almost no films work if they make a sequel 20 years after the original. I mean, sometimes they do, but other times it can kind of be kind of strange. It has like a weird type of feel to it. Like it kind of seems like kind of weird coming back together. Breakfast Club 4K. I don't know if they've announced that or not. Sean, what comedy that is releasing soon are you interested in? Well, whenever they release, Bill and Ted's Face the Music, the new Bill and Ted film, um, let's see here. Moving to San Diego soon. Any tips about the city? Um, I don't know like San Diego City too much. That's the one thing I don't know the city area too much. Danny the Cinestalker, he might be able to help more with like the city area. Did you ever fall asleep in your DVD room? The chairs look so comfy. No, back when I was really heavy too, I slept out there sometimes because I was afraid before I had like a bed that went up and stuff like that. I used to sleep out there when I was at my heaviest. Um, See here, you talk about the contrast level. You always talk about the brightness levels on 4K releases. Well, I mean, to me, that's what I notice the most is like the brightness. It just seems like a much more brighter level all around. Do you live near Escondido area? I'm relatively close to that area. Is San Diego open up for business? It's kind of like essential things are open, like restaurants for to go. Not all of them are open, but like to go things and Target and Walmart and that kind of stuff. But malls are closed, movie theaters are closed, all that kind of stuff. Italian zombie movies make Romero movies look like comedies. Romero movies always though have a kind of a comedy kind of aspect to them. You know what I mean? I see a Gordo Bonnet gave a $3 super chat. Thanks so much, Gordo Bonnet, for your super chat donation. Can you make a review of movies you act in as a special? I don't know. I don't like talking about anything that I'm in. It's kind of weird. I will talk about the movie. I'll talk about the plot, all that kind of stuff. But it's just strange to like review something that you have anything to do with. You know what I mean? I may be wrong, but I think the new Bill and Ted is at Redbox. I don't think so. I don't. I mean, so I feel like I would have heard about that. I don't believe the new Bill and Ted movie because I think that was supposed to come out in August. I mean, it was supposed to be a theater one. Um, let's see here. Um, any movie theater experience ever felt any movie theater experience any movie theater experiences ever felt sick? I don't. I mean, the worst thing I ever did in a movie theater once was when I had this giant. I was seeing Jurassic Park 3, and I had this huge drink, and I ended up spilling the drink, and it spilled all over my pants and everything. It was a nightmare. That was a really bad experience. Um, which one do you prefer more, Excellent Adventure or Bogus Journey? I think probably Bogus Journey. I think that's the one that I've watched more. But Excellent Adventure is a better film overall, but Bogus Journey is one that I've watched more. Let's see here. I can't wait for Birds of Prey coming out. Yeah, Birds of Prey comes out in a week now. What sandwich do you like at Jersey Mike's? I don't eat meat, so I get the veggie sub there. I went to high school at Dweebo. Can I get a poot poot, Sean? Um, poot poot. Um, on Italian zombie movies, The Beyond or Zombie. If you mean between the two of them, probably the Zombie. Have you seen Motel Hell from the 80s? Yeah, Motel Hell is amazing. I've watched that movie so many times. That's definitely like one of my top favorite films. Hey, Sean, just saw President's Day slasher film and loved it. Yeah, thanks so much for watching President's Day. That's that. And if you guys want to see some clips of it, the YouTuber Dead Meat James, he did a video showing and talking about the movie. So and you guys can and you see some of my clip in there too, I believe. There's a couple clips of mine in there. What sandwiches do you? I talked about that. Does MJ still live with his mom? No, no. I don't want to talk about everything with his mom, but have you seen the old horror anthology movie House of the Dead, aka Alien Zone? Yeah, I think I reviewed that movie. I remember. I think there were some actually pretty decent segments in that one. Do you like John Wick, Keanu Reeves, or Bill and Ted versions? Between both of them, I like Bill and Ted better, but I still really like the John Wick movies. Do you hope they release Beyond the Door Shock on Blu-ray? Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that one. When will Cool Dude come out of the closet? If I was gay or something, I honestly would say it honestly. So no, so there's nothing to come out of. Do you remember me from school? It's Wing Lee. I don't know. I don't think so. Because you said you went to school with my brother, so I don't know though. I think we were in chemistry together. We were? I don't know. You still in contact with the chick you hooked up with from Girls Gone Dead? Oh, Christina Allers. Yeah, I'm friends with her on like Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. So I like her pictures and some of that kind of stuff. I haven't talked to her though in a long time. Um, can you subscribe to my channel? I'll check out your channel for sure. Bring back practical effects. The thing wouldn't be as good with CGI. No, no, I know. I always prefer practical effects. So anyway, though, guys, well, I'll be on here for 5 more minutes. I'll end at exactly 1:30. So only 5 minutes left. So you have any last minute super chats or last minute questions? Get them in now. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for those of you who have donated the super chats tonight. But like I said, 5 minutes on here. Um, you may 80s and 90s horror movies go to a reviewer? Can you subscribe to my channel? Are you into Mortal Kombat if you are looking forward to the movie coming out next year? I didn't know there was another new movie coming out. But no, I played Mortal Kombat as a kid all the time. Will you be my best man at my wedding? What's it like being recognized in public or at Comic-Con? It's always interesting like to hear people who watch your videos, and the most, like I said, is at horror conventions. Like especially if I'm with Brendan, we have people like all the time that know the videos, especially horror conventions, just because of from acting in some of them and all that kind of stuff. There's like a lot of people that at those ones have seen this stuff. Let's see here. What are your thoughts on Adam Sandler's later movies? Well, I think any of his movies before 2015 were good. Well, Uncut Gems, which he was in, was amazing. If you guys have never seen that one, are you in the Corpse Grinders remake? Yeah, I shot something for the Corpse Grinders remake. I don't know when it's releasing, but yeah, I filmed something in that one. I do not at all remember what I did in that, but I know I filmed something for the Corpse Grinders remake. Can you tell my friend Bean Pot and tell Pot like stinks? I don't know. Would you ever do a meet and greet with your fans? Maybe sometime if I plan it out where it was like me, Brendan, Danny, something like that, like kind of us all together. Have you seen the New Zealand horror movie called The Ugly? I believe so. Recommend any other 80s films like Motel Hell? Like, guys, leave comments below if you guys know other movies like Motel Hell that are kind of like that one. But like stuff like that are kind of like that. Tourist Trap, maybe. It didn't have the cannibal aspect, but Tourist Trap a little bit. Um, Motel Hell, though, was kind of a rare thing. I mean, there wasn't too much like that because it had like a comedy aspect to it, and it had like a feel like it was an episode of Dukes of Hazzard that was like R-rated and a horror movie. It had like all these kind of mix over things. What's the worst horror movie you've ever seen? I don't know. What's your favorite favorite whack pack on Stern? Probably Beetlejuice. High pitch Eric. You know, Hank the Angry Dwarf, Eric the actor, those kind of ones. Do you stay up till dawn? Sometimes. Do you ever have time to wake up and smell the roses? Yes. Someone said vacancy. Vacancy like Motel Hell. Yeah, vacancy is kind of like Motel Hell. Can you tell the banana man he smells like beef? Um, let's see here. Do you think cinemas will ever be the same again, or do you think the direction will shift towards streaming? It's one of those things we'll really have to see. Like when the theaters open up again and all that kind of stuff. It will be interesting to see if people still go and how people come back and all that kind of stuff. What's a movie you can never finish? Well, I always have a hard time finishing Texas Chainsaw Massacre, um, The Next Generation, I think, with Renee Zellweger. For some reason, that's one of those movies I always would put it on, watch a little bit of it, and then be like, oh God, I can't finish this. So that's one of those ones that had happened with me a lot. When we do another live stream, probably I might do another one on Saturday again and Sunday again. I always do them Sunday night for sure. Um, I might try like Saturday evening maybe, because I did Saturday, afternoon, so maybe next Saturday evening I'll try it. Um, so I guess now I'm just about 2 more minutes left on here. Um, I have to work from home, laugh aloud in 4 hours, but this is fun. Thanks so much for staying on here, Kitty Moon, the whole time. The worst horror movie I saw was RWD, the Horror Pack exclusive. I still have to watch that one. Have you played Resident Evil 7? If so, what do you think of it? Um, I've not played the newest Resident Evil. I haven't played any of the new ones in a long time. Did you get 1,200 bucks from the IRS? Not yet. No one in my house has gotten them. So hopefully, we get them soon. Someone said 279 people watching. Yeah, it's funny. The later it gets, the more people are on here. So it's almost like I feel like if I went on at like 3 o'clock in the morning, there'd be even more people. You know what I mean? So maybe sometime I have to try one at like 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or like 6 a.m. just for the hell of it, just to see what it's like a really, really early morning one. So maybe I'll try that sometime too. But I've been on here now 2 hours and 5 minutes, but it's going on 1:30. So yeah, I've been on here a long time. But thanks so much, guys, for coming on here tonight and watching. And I hope you guys have a great morning or a great night. And thanks again for watching and subscribing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.